It's not something you can laugh at because you'll die.
Got messages.
You sound a little odd, but I don't think it's bad.
I can hear you. You in the Caribbean?
It sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, it sounds like you got to talk over it or something.
I mean, it's not the greatest, but like, I mean, it's
shit. Just say it, somebody.
it's better than like an Xbox mic or something like that. Like,
Wow. Wow. Alright. Okay, it's a little bit better now. It just sounds like you have a cold now.
no, that's actually pretty accurate.
And just don't hold your nose shut when you talk. This actually sounds better. I was just trying to make you feel better.
All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, Sponge, let's do this thing. All right, so last week on Skull and Shackles, you guys completed. You didn't buy your way through. You completed the other 2 trials that Gold Tusk wanted performed before he would give Kurdak Bonefist the A-OK to officially make you free captains. Kurdak's sort of he's sort of a hands-off leader these days. Puts the aces in their places and lets them. Well, I mean, technically he's got 2 hands. One's just a bone fist. You finish your trials, and you settle in for another night in Port Peril, celebrating in the manner of your choosing. And the next day, you receive your summons to attend an honorary dinner at Fort Hazard in your honor. There, you will be declared with some pomp and ceremony to be free captains by Kurdak Bonefist himself. If you wanted to just end everything right now, you could try and defeat Kurdak Bonefist, the strongest pirate in the Shackles, at his banquet, surrounded by some of the other strongest pirates in the entire world. So this is an opportunity. Is a word that might be used to describe this.
I think we eye him up first. See,
Sure. Do one of those like right-click consider situations. Try to figure out. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So you have it on good authority that there should be some other free captains there, and I mean, it'll be a thing. I don't know how fancy it'll be, but we'll see. So in the hours leading up to that, was there anything that you guys wanted to do? I know that Onalora had been approached by a mysterious woman who declared herself the greatest alchemist in the Shackles. Maybe she said that? I don't know. Did you want to pursue an encounter with that individual, or do you just want to be like, good for you, kind of move on with your life?
She said she wanted to speak with me about the City of Gold, and that's where we ended off.
Ooh,
yes.
The City of Gold.
So, do you follow through with her and arrange a meeting? If so, do you bring anyone with you to this meeting?
Yeah, I'd bring at least the captain. I would.
That would be Zarskia Galambar.
Mm-hmm.
So does she
I'll
have
ask.
body painted on her upper torso?
It must be. That's what I was wondering, because you can see her.
This was made back in the day when this is official art from the official published adventure, when things were different. I believe that is a mithril shirt.
I'm attempting to figure out if that slightly wider spot is her nipple or...
No, it's a shirt. You can see the cutout from her arm under her armpit.
Yeah, but you could do that with paint.
I guess it would be more of like a mithril body sock.
Under Armour.
Bodysuit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Under Armour, yeah.
A bodysuit.
The original Under Armour.
Yeah.
My captain would be interested in hearing what you have to say about the City of Gold. Do you mind if I bring a few people along?
She kind of eyes you a bit suspiciously, but she says, that will be all right. I will meet you tomorrow. Let us say in the morning. And this is, of course, the night before you turn in for the night, which would then be the day of hearing back from Bonefist. So you could work both of them into the same day.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll tell the captain that we have someone who has information about the City of Gold tomorrow.
I'm gonna point at Diadario and go, "You mean this guy?"
Yeah, I'm right here, Laura. I don't know what shenanigans you've been getting up to, but obviously the authority on the Island of Gold has been here the whole time.
Right, Captain. Someone who actually knows about the City of Gold.
I mean, he pointed it out on a map.
Yes, I did. I did point it out on a map, and I've been withholding information for your own good. Do I need to reiterate that the random encounter tables for that island include adult-age green dragons?
It's this damn skull again, getting too uppity for me.
Honestly, I'm surprised they're green. But
Look, Captain, do you want to come or not?
We need to raise
yeah, I'll go.
If not, I can just go on my own.
No, I'll go. But I like meeting people.
Alright. She actually has a miniature, because, you guys are pirates, so you might try to kill her. So, let me get that out. Just in case. There we go.
Fire.
Alright. Let's see. Where's our Port Parley type music? It's going way back.
Her boobs stick out of the porch.
Yes, they do. That's because of her very expensive mithril body sock vest. So.
Yeah.
That Captain Holt pirate portrait is like the greatest thing of all time. I love it so much.
Well, I'll have you know that Captain Holt actually made Zarskia's miniature. He told me to make sure that she had big, heavy breasts. So, I mean, the guy knows he's a heterosexual male. So he definitely, he knows a lot about sexy women and their big, heavy breasts. So, I was pretty much powerless to stop him. Such a manly and heterosexual man. All right. So, you go to meet with her. It is a small cafe, located down by the Docks District. It has a very exotic clientele and menu. Most of the food that is being served is raw in a way that is to say the animal is still alive when they bring it to you. The special of the day, small monkeys. Everyone is given the tools necessary to pin their monkey down and eat them alive. Obviously, it's a very loud place for a meeting, but she seems to be really into it and eats her monkey with great zeal. Does anyone else participate in the eating of a live tiny monkey?
Yes. Ask Connor, Laura, does this count as like cannibalism for me?
I believe you're an ape, right?
Yeah.
Technically, we can say you're not the same.
Alrighty. Yeah.
I mean, Claximus eats crabs.
Oh yeah,
It's okay.
I'm digging in.
Sure.
I'm digging in.
Okay.
All right.
Like-
Eventually, you get a little noise deaf to the sounds of screaming, tormented monkeys. Surprisingly, it's not the worst thing that you guys have eaten. As pirates, and those of you who served under Beardless Dungar, you've had way worse. During the meal, she makes small talk with Laura about alchemy and the fact that she has never seen Zegetra, who was a practicing alchemist, though in truth she has not met many, because the deep sea elves generally stay in their own territory.
Yes, our people take more towards hunting, and they like to stay in the deep sea.
Okay.
I am probably the only one of my kind.
Okay. Yeah, all right. She kind of nods at you. I have heard many things about your skills. I am most curious about your expanding ice. Is that a recipe you are able to trade freely?
That was something I played around with a long time ago. I haven't been able to replicate its function for a while. Given the circumstances, I haven't been able to access a lot of the ingredients that I used to have. But I think if I could, find some materials, I might be able to play around with the idea and come up with a recipe.
I see. A long time ago is to say when you were still working for Beardless Dungar.
Yes.
Beardless Dungar is a dangerous man.
Oh yeah, we know from firsthand.
Now that he is a free captain, he has nothing standing in his way.
Spooky.
Sure.
He spoke with me at great length. He is very curious about the older myths of the Shackles. He seems to believe that there are great slumbering beasts at the bottom of the sea. That the Shackles is more than just a name. It is perhaps a purpose.
Well, in our adventures, we have heard tale of such a story.
I mean, didn't we?
Yes, we did run into a rumor of something to that.
You do not have to give me any information that you do not feel comfortable with, especially not for free. But I do have much information for you. You see, potions is how I made my reputation, but information is how I built my empire.
Information is valuable.
I heard that you seek the island of gold. There are many on your crew who like to brag when they drink.
It is one of the many islands we are looking to visit at one point.
I found it curious to hear that you are convinced you know its location.
We were told of its location, but we were not convinced. At least I'm not.
Many seek the island so that they may gain the secrets of turning anything to gold. But as a fellow alchemist, I'm sure you know, in these days and times, that is so simple as to be laughable.
It's not something out of our reach. We don't have to visit the island to be able to do something like that.
But they say the power to make the gold from anything has no limits.
Unlike alchemy.
We are held back by our own limitations, time and resources. But they say the power at the center of the island would allow one to be a god of gold. That is why the legend grows bigger all the time.
Well, our captain would like to see it for himself at some point.
It's on a list, a really long list.
Ah.
What?
You cut out there.
I would ask that if you do decide to take such a journey, you reach out to me. I would very much like to go with you and see the splendor of this island for myself.
Well, let's ask before we get too deep with that. How the hell do we know you're not working for Dungar?
How indeed? It would benefit you if I did work for Dungar, because it would mean a chance for revenge.
Look, we got plenty of people to revenge. You know, like...
I work for myself, but I could work with you. There are a great many secrets hidden on that island. And secrets are my true trade.
Alright, well... Alright, we'll keep you in mind.
You should, since you do not actually know where the island is.
What makes you think that?
Because the island is always swimming.
I'm gonna look down at Diodario.
He tilts up and looks at you. Well, I mean, boss. I was telling you where the island was when I went there.
Do you know how to track it?
That voice is very familiar. Diodario, is that you?
How do you know everyone?
Well, I mean, I just have one of those faces, my lady, I don't know who you're talking about. And the skull sort of shifts uncomfortably against you. A fitting end for a man such as you. I would think the fate of a Mimir, not enough punishment for one so treacherous. But it is a good start.
Alright. We'll be in touch. I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna take the remaining part of my monkey, and I'm gonna be like, we have some other business to attend to while we're in town.
You do. If you ever realize that information is the greatest plunder, please remember, you can always look me up, and I will brew you some secrets.
What is the best way to get a hold of you? Like if we're out at sea.
You may send me a sending now that we are familiar.
Gotcha.
If you are not powerful to do so, perhaps we should not be doing business at all.
No, we can take care of it.
All right. And so she goes back to finishing her food. Do you leave with everyone, or do you just leave yourself? Like, does everybody leave as a group?
I think it's best to leave as a group. I don't know about you guys. I'm not gonna force you to go.
Well, I just look at everybody's food, and whoever has like a spare monkey brain, I'll just like quickly snatch it, and then go about my business of leaving.
Okay.
I would stay behind a little bit, and just, after they leave, talk to her about just nothing like roleplay, but like just talk to her about potions and alchemy and stuff.
Yeah, she's incredibly knowledgeable. You feel after maybe 10 minutes or so that her reputation is well earned. She might not be the greatest alchemist in all of the Shackles, but she's certainly an incredibly knowledgeable and skilled alchemist, or at least talks a good game like she is.
Yeah, I'd probably trade like information about deep sea alchemical ingredients that she's probably never heard of, and then just kind of trade information like that.
She is very curious about the creature that your people worship / live in, the Leviathan. Are you willing to give out any of that information, or is that like a secret?
Well, what is the general perception of Leviathan in the Shackles? Because it doesn't seem like it's a secret.
That it is a dangerous kaiju monster that wakes up every now and then and just wrecks shit and then goes back to sleep.
I'd probably just tell her like the basic things, like, oh yeah, we built our, I guess, community along its body, and as it moves, we move. It's really nothing particularly interesting. Quite a boring lifestyle. One in the deep ocean.
Okay. Yeah, once it's just you and her, she's a lot less serious. There's a bit more laughter in her eyes and in her voice. But she's also very cautious, it seems. She seems like a very cautious person. She also is curious what you know about the Chalaxians. She says that she has heard rumor that you used to sail with one.
The Chalaxians, we haven't dealt with too many of them. At one point we did have one in our crew, but things didn't really work out. He turned out to be just like any other Chalaxian, a betrayer. And we don't know where he is now.
She also wonders if you are aware of the technological prowess of the Chalaxian Empire. The rumors that they have mastered a technology involving machines and the power of magical steam.
We have only seen one of their ships. Do I recall if that was powered by steam? Was it a steamship?
It was not. It was fitted with metal plating, but it did not have any sort of complex clockwork mechanics that you could see.
Yeah, news of the inland is quite new to me. I've still a lot to learn about the Shackles itself. But I will take note of that.
All right. In the end, you end up bidding adieu to this woman who is Mwangi, which is like a Valorian, but they're not from Valoria. They're actually native to the region. So another part of why when the Valorians kind of washed up in the shackles, they were not treated too unkindly, because again, they're, you know, it's such a varied place anyways, and there were already Genasi and the remnants of like the Faveld and the Aldfaer that were still left, and you know, and the Mwangi and many other types of humanoid creatures that were still there, but very close to a Valorian, but slightly different. So kind of like the different subspecies of elves, I guess. All right. So you guys have the rest of the afternoon to prepare. What are you gonna do about this? You gonna just roll up in your normal clothes? You gonna get dolled up? You gonna prepare some kind of speech, Captain Bubbles Jr.? Like, what is the operating procedure for showing up for your?
I'm gonna get dressed up, but I don't normally wing it.
I'm gonna get my shell polished. Yeah. Gonna look real nice.
I'm gonna get my head polished.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna take my weapon and, you know, I'm gonna make it real nice and sharp too. Everything's gonna be fancy.
I did have a question. Is it just us, the officers, or are we allowed a +1?
That seems to be entirely left up to Captain Bubbles Jr. Again, this is a chaotic neutral society held together by the iron will of a tyrant. All the invitation says is come get acknowledged as a free captain.
I think this would be best left to only the officer.
All right, fair enough. Django would definitely. He'd want to find like a nice
oh, boss,
jacket.
does that mean I don't get to go?
No, you're part of it.
Oh, okay. Does that mean Lift doesn't get to go?
I thought Lift was an officer. Didn't we promote him?
Oh, Lift, are you an officer now?
I've been an officer.
Yeah.
What are you an officer of?
Plants and animal training.
There's an officer's position for plants and animal training.
It was sorely lacking before, so yes, I fulfilled that.
Well, what about grandfather? Yeah, grandfather's not an officer.
I feel like
No.
You're gonna leave grandfather behind.
I think it's best.
I got some things that need doing anyway.
Yeah, I think it's best if it's only the officers and Diodaria, just in case we need a translator.
All right. Well, does that mean you're bringing Drosha? She's an officer, isn't she?
Yeah, Drosha can come.
Yeah, that Onalura, she's an officer too.
Yeah.
What about the small Dara?
The small
Dara. See, all the officers, that includes small Dara. And you know what, Diodaria? You're an officer now. You're officer of communication.
Nice.
Oh. You see his eyelights beam with pride. He knew this day would come. He is humbled, but not for long, because he knew this day would come, and in his opinion, it's been a long time coming. Oh, well, if that's the case, then I could write you a little speech, if you'd like.
Here you go, blowing up the Skull's ego again.
Yeah, I mean, you want to write a speech. I can't promise I'll stick to it, but, you know, it's always nice to have something.
Well, now that I'm an officer, I can command people on the crew to be my hands.
I mean, like, you know, they'll be horrible to them, you know?
Oh, sure. Also, is Onalura caught up with us yet? She shouldn't be hanging out with that woman. That woman is a bad news.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Well, first of all, she's too damn sexy. Who goes around wearing a chainmail sock?
I wish more people did.
Fair. Secondly, she's a witch. That can't be good. Though I guess nowadays everyone's a witch or a warlock, so it had a lot more brevity when I was alive. You know, not everybody, was dealing with the spooky stuff. She'd slit her mama's own throat for a electrum piece.
Yeah, I feel like you got a bit of beef with this lady, you know, because she made fun of you for being dead.
Well, we used to travel together, you see.
Hey, so tell me, can you or can you not locate the turret?
Which should make you a bit nervous, because for a Mwangi, she's very old, and she doesn't look it, does she? Unnatural. You can't be trusting unnatural things, boss.
You're a talking skull. You're a legitimate talking skull.
It's true. It's true. But we're attuned to each other, you and I. That's how you know you can trust me. If I was a cursed item, then, you know, you'd know by now.
I feel like you probably wouldn't want to tell me if you're...
That woman is a cursed item. Just listen.
So, just tell me, Theodore. Do you know where the island is? Or do you know how to track the island?
I knew where the island was. You asked me where it was, and I told you where it was, ... the last time I was there.
That's not the question I've asked. Do you know how to track the island?
Well, I did.
Okay.
It sounds a bit overdone, but there's a compass that always points to the island. I had the compass on my person.
Or is it Aladdin and the King of Thieves? Make up your mind.
First of all, both of those plays were phenomenal. Secondly, there's lots of magic compasses, especially the shackles, and it just so happens that I am no longer in possession of it. Obviously, I don't even have a body.
Was it taken by a super sexy hot lady?
Yeah.
Big boobs.
That's probably what she was referencing when she said she knew where it was.
Alright, well, we don't really have a choice. We're gonna have to deal with it.
Or you could just skip the island.
Look, man, like, I got plans for that island.
I mean, turning everything into gold, you can already make a plant shoot out of your hand.
Look, how do you
top that?
I'm not so much worried about the gold. I want to use it as bait.
Oh. Just about every pirate who's any pirate, if they found out that you are going to go and claim the power of gold, they would come gunning for you.
What does that matter?
Well, I thought in your sleep you're always mumbling aloud about the plans you have to kill all the other pirate captains and become the pirate king. Are we not supposed to talk about this out in mixed company?
No.
You know I don't sleep, right? I get it. Hang out on your nightstand and listen to you.
I'm not so much worried about using that place as bait for other captains. Like, other captains are gonna come to kill me anyway. Like, it's gonna happen.
Oh, you think that Beardless Dungar's gonna want to go to the
No, not even Beardless Dungar. My game plan is, and I packed Claxness, whatever giant crab thing, Tamatoa, that it's been harassing the inner sea, and my buddy would definitely be drawn to it. Plus, it's gotta be on land when it gets there. With
Tamatoa, the living embodiment of greed, will not be able to resist the power of gold.
Right.
That's your plan.
Yeah. So my game plan is to work with Pegsworthy. We leak information to Tamatoa how to get to the island. When Tamatoa does show up to the island, we kick his ass together with Pegsworthy, and then me and him both split the inland sea.
But if the only way to find the island is with the compass that we don't have, wouldn't you need Tamatoa to think that following you once you have the compass would be how to get there?
Probably.
Or do you plan to kill the island so we'll stop floating around?
Is it a creature?
Yes.
It's a giant turtle or something like that. Isn't it?
Look, there's a lot of cliche tropes wrapped around the Golden Island.
It's an elephant. Is it an elephant?
Now that would be dope as hell.
That's a One Piece thing.
Total One Piece.
Read it. Read it now.
How are you supposed to read it? He's DMing.
Nah, he's busy. Later. Do it later.
There's only 4,000 issues. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys have this conversation as the hours of the day whittle by. Let me get an accurate guess list. You are going to take one small Dara, captain of medicine. No, officer of medicine. Ship doctor. What is her position?
Ship doctor.
Yeah, ship doctor's probably.
All right. You're bringing one clacksmith. What is his position?
First mate,
right?
First mate, yeah.
Okay. You bring in Captain Bubbles Jr. That's I know what he does. Has sex with noble women.
Yes, he is our sex officer.
All right. What about Django? I heard that he was made an officer, but I'm still trying to figure out what he was an officer of.
He was the officer of the were rats, but there's no rare rats left.
The gunner.
Yeah, we changed the gunner duty. While Clacksmith is cracking skulls, somebody needs to be working the cannons.
I see. And then you've got the communications officer. Okay. Anna Laura, she's officer.
She's the Department of Research and Design.
Okay. And then Lift is quote unquote plants and animals and training animals and stuff.
I updated that to sound more professional. It's the officer of agriculture, wildlife, and FR.
Okay. And then you're gonna leave poor fucking Snuggly behind as you go to this.
Don't forget Josha. We have Josha.
Oh yeah,
we got
Josha.
I'm quartermaster.
This is what, bosun? Yeah.
He's quartermaster.
Can't we just give him the honorary title of Officer of Crockety Old Man?
I don't think we should bring him because I don't want to die.
Yeah, we're not bringing him. I'll give him
magic or something, but I'm perfectly fine with him not being there because he's got his own little thing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give you a sack of like 100 gold pieces and say, go have some fun. Maybe you can find that closet you want.
Yeah.
They may have a bingo hall here.
But
you heard.
If we get into a fight or anything, I'll just play as the NPCs.
You heard that tomorrow they're gonna have the Pocket Monster Festival. This has nothing to do with Pokemon at all. But if it did have to do with Pokemon, everybody's gonna be buying and selling monsters and battling them in the very same arena where you fought monsters that were not directly stolen from Monster Hunter.
Oh, I go up to Snuggly.
Because this campaign jumped the shark like 6 months in and has never stopped jumping sharks.
I'm not gonna lie. This truly is a game of piracy.
Snuggly.
Nice.
Snuggly, before you leave.
Yeah.
Hey, this isn't the right Snuggly. Get this Snuggly out of here.
I'll give you 150 gold. Get me like a battle crab.
Oh, for like the pet fighting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 150 gold battle crab.
Yeah. I don't care how much like it really costs. If it ends up costing like 10 gold, that's fine. That's go have fun.
Okay, but like if it costs more, can I hit you up for the difference?
Sure.
Okay.
Snuggly, here's 100 gold. I don't even care what it does. Just get me the sexiest battle monster.
All right. So one sexy battle monster, one battle crab, one closet. Anybody else want anything?
Sandara? Do you want to enter?
She kind of looks around. Wait, so you need a monster to enter the monster battles?
I mean, that's what they're called, that I'm assuming.
All right, was it Claximus like a monster? I'll just enter him.
Yeah, that's my idea.
I think they have to be small.
I don't know. We haven't really clarified the rules.
Wait. Do we have like a spell or a potion that makes
I
us
thought
talk?
we had a potion.
My understanding from what I've been hearing is that it's anything that is a beast or like a monster.
I am part monstrosity.
I don't think that would be fair.
I think it's totally fair. I think it's racist if they don't let me in.
I don't know. I guess if there's something like
Maybe there's a weight class.
yeah, I don't know. I think we have enough stuff like running around on the ship. I'm good. But thanks for asking.
So are you gonna use like that shark dog thing?
Mr.
That's not her
Pluggers?
new art. Use her new art.
Oh, her new art. Right. Hold on. We haven't been to this page in a couple weeks, I guess. Let's see. Alright, let me grab that.
Yeah, aren't you entering Mr. Pluggers?
Lift us.
I didn't know he was allowed to be entered. I thought we had to use summon
Oh wait, no.
things
Yeah, that's right.
from a ball.
Maybe we just need to buy some balls then.
Like hamster balls.
I don't want to learn could use some, huh?
That was actually good. Sorry.
So I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole Pokemon
I know, I'm
thing.
just enter the cat guy.
No, I am not fighting for you, old timer. Get that out of your head right now, alright? Now, Captain, I've been wondering, you said that our ship's policy is that we don't have slaves, right?
Yeah.
No,
But
boy. Here
For
it
some
comes.
reason,
Your
you
pets
all
are
are more than
slaves.
happy to purchase these small creatures and have them fight each other for your amusement.
It doesn't
These
count.
creatures aren't
Ooh,
slaves.
You just got called out. You got called
They're
out
not
hard.
slaves. They're friends.
I did not use that word.
It's
I'm
Listen,
just trying to ask for
sapient.
some clarification, that's all.
Here's some clarification for you, Django. I used to be almost 6 feet tall and probably the hottest fucking woman in the shackles. Okay? And now, I'm like a midget with magically enhanced titties that's dating a crab, mostly because he has 2 dicks. Okay? And you know how I got here? Little tiny dinosaurs. So you know how I feel about small animals? I feel like I'd like to crush every single one's tiny little throat under my boot heel. So I'm gonna go to this thing tomorrow and I'm gonna cheer as every one of those little monsters just tears each other apart.
Hell, with how small you are, they'd have to be really small monsters too.
Man, Standar's really been through some shit.
Also, get that thought of being the sexiest woman in the shackles out of your head. Because I'll tell you right now, sexiest woman in the shackles
It's
is with me
Sandara.
right now.
It's definitely
Again.
like
Let's keep going.
All right, let's get. We got an event to go to. Damn it! Everybody, Diego, put your good hat on.
You heard
This is my good hat, Captain.
Oh, God.
Anyone with a perception of 15 or higher, you did hear from inside the skull as people were about to announce who the most beautiful woman in the shackles was. You did hear a name that sounded like it started with an A, but it was quickly choked to silence.
I knew it.
It's like I'll just be wearing my regular hat, but the rest of it's just gonna be like this really nice, pure white 3-piece suit.
Okay.
You know,
Come on. The Hurricane King is waiting.
Every time
We don't
Django
know how to
talks,
keep it-
I keep staring at Drosha and wondering how Django is talking without his mouth open.
This campaign is so racist.
It is. Well, I mean, I guess. I don't. I mean, as pirate campaigns go, I still think there's worse ones out there.
It's great.
All right.
Yeah,
There's gotta be worse.
I saw a YouTube channel that their whole campaign was like One Piece based or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, throwing heat.
All right. So I was looking for good like pirate music that was like a tavern, but also kind of like serious. I don't know. I couldn't really come up with anything. Like, I guess we could just go with the normal tavern music, but can anybody think of something that would be good in the background that's maybe like sinister, but also like a tavern?
I mean, couldn't you just do like?
Oh yeah, we check the WoW taverns. You're right.
Couldn't you just do two like groovies, one of like small talking and then like, serious music?
Why don't we do we'll do Horde taverns, maybe?
Yeah, look up like the Horde Tavern for because that's not music. That's Wakanda Forever one.
This'll work. This'll work. All right, good call. I hadn't been thinking about the WoW tavern music in a while. Mostly because I try not to think about my heroin addiction when because I like just grab my chip and I think to myself about all the stuff I get done.
You think they're gonna make? You think like they're gonna be able to make that small world?
I'm totally that small world game is gonna be awesome, and I am gonna play the Shadowlands when it launches because I have no actual willpower. All right, so, but I'll quit when it gets time to grinding raids. So, like I always do. All right, so you guys head over. Do you take your hat boats? Do you take your hat boat and your jolly boats? Or do you charter a boat? Or do you have your actual ship sail you over to the island that contains Fort Hazard?
Yeah, we'll take the boat.
Okay, so you take your own ship? Alright.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell Fish, hey, like, we have to go deal with this shit. Alright? Take care of the ship, Fish. We're counting on you.
So, Phipps won't be on the B team this time, then?
No.
Phipps will be in charge of the whole ship. There'll be no other officers around. Just Phipps.
Just Phipps.
All right.
Now that doesn't mean go crazy. So know how you can get out of hand, right? But
of course, I understand the reason that you didn't bring second captain Phipps Chumley with you is because I'm the most responsible. All your officers, so you knew that you needed the most responsible to stay behind and keep an eye on the ship.
Yeah. Sure.
I look at Phipps like really into the eye, into his one eye, because I know it's hard for him to look at me with both eyes.
He turns his head with his brand new miniature. Yeah.
With my big crab hand, I clasped him. I was like, "We're counting on you. Everyone on the ship right now is counting on you."
Okay. He swells with pride, bursting from the frame of his new miniature, and he nods eagerly. Those of you who look up, you notice Drosha is rolling her emerald green eyes hard at what an absolute idiot Phipps Chumlet is. All right, I'm gonna hide you over here in the salad. Snuggly, so that you could still, watch what's going on. There you go. All right, any other prep? Or are you ready to do this thing?
Just a grape with a beard.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
All right, let's see. All right, passing the test. Stack in the deck. All right, you got your letter of mark. All right, the free. Nope. Hold on. We're almost there. Okay. I want to make sure I don't miss any of this official published adventure stuff because. All right. Okay. Alright. I can work all that in. It's only like 7 pages of stuff. It'll be easy. Okay. Yay. Alrighty. You are brought in, shown to a large dining hall. Kind of looks like this. This is a good picture. Picture there being like, you know, an actual table there though, that everybody is seated around. At the head of the table is Kurdak, Bone Fist. He doesn't look anything like Squall. So you're not sure if Squall was full of shit, that this guy was his dad, or maybe Squall's mom was just that hot. He's also the ugliest sylph you've ever seen. By several leagues, he is the ugliest sylph you've ever seen. But he is, in fact, an Air Genasi. Some say a Storm Genasi, which might be responsible for his more, dare I say, savage appearance. He is already deep in his cups, and you see flying on the wall behind him his banner. It's pretty on the nose. A Bone Fist. This is a guy that values simplicity, I guess. Everything about him just kind of speaks to classic pirates. He is tall, imposing, reeks of like a salty stink and sour ale. He's got a feather in his cap. He's got a long, waxed and oiled coat. He's strapped, even at dinner, with like 6 guns and 5 swords. His hand is in fact completely skeletal, and as it moves, it leaves dramatic light trails of anti-light behind it. You know, light so dark that it's not light.
You mean darkness?
But it's glowing.
Okay.
I'll give you a minute to process how edgelord and cool that is.
Yeah, that is.
Roll a
Yeah.
sanity check.
All right. So assembled around the room, you can attempt a history check if you feel that your background would give you advantage to knowing about famous pirates. You can do so with advantage.
I have a token that lets me roll advantage on history stuff about fucking pirates.
All right.
Let's see. I'm really good at history.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any of these people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Lord, did you feel that you had advantage or no?
Nah. I found some music if you
Oh,
like
yeah?
to play.
Sure. Not that I'm not digging like the totally chill Thunder Bluff Tavern, but oh, nice. Good one. All right. I guess the only one here that recognizes any of these pirates is Django. Django, is this because you collected like pirate, like collectible cards from like the bubblegum packs that they make at Candyland, or like what?
Imagine it would probably be some like Jimmy probably shared some of his stories he's heard with me.
Okay. I will give you the grand tour. There is a Mwangi warrioress named Isabel One Leg Anthem. Her leg was ripped off by an extreme critical hit card when she was fighting a parrot bear. It's like an owl bear, but way more dangerous and pirate themed. To this day, she bears the prosthetic leg and the parrot bear's hide with pride. So that's Isabel One Leg Anthem. Total badass. and free captain. All right, there is Storm, the Pleasant Morrow. He is an Earth Genasi, and it is said that his father is one of the elemental princes of the plane of Earth. He is exceptionally powerful and a hexblade of no small power. Also a free captain. Then there is Eldrig the Bear Zen. He is another Mwangi, and he is also a moon druid. He likes to turn into a bear. Things are tense between him and Isabel One-Leg Altham for reasons. So they used to date. She thought that maybe dating a guy that could turn into a bear would help her get over her feelings about bears and bear-like creatures, but it only made things worse. There is Oakley Rough Dog Acheron. Yeah. You're not sure what Oakley Rough Dog Acheron means, but it's like a very sexy and dirty name at the same time. So, yeah. She is a Valorian who was separated from her twin sister as they were crossing the Great Mist from the Valorian homeland to the New World. She uses all of her power and influence to try and find her sister. She's also a complete psychopath. And a free captain. Then you've got Dorset the Cruel Zeph. Dorset is a Valorian. He came over with the recent immigrants, so, you know, quite a few years ago at this point. He is, his greatest crime is cultural appropriation. Yeah, you see that he is wearing the traditional garb of the Rahadumi people, and he has just about every holy symbol possible either embroidered into his strange desert robes or worn as like talismans and jewelry. It's kind of like the dude from The Mummy that had all like the religious symbols. It's kind of got that vibe going. To add further insult to injury, he is apparently a cleric, though no one knows what deity he serves. Also free captain. Then you've got Grimshaw Treasure Mathian. That's this jabrones right here. Grimshaw is actually an Aasimar. Aasimar. Yeah, he is an Aasimar, which is 1 in a million, and he is considered by many to be the most noble of all the free captains, constantly checking the morality of his fellow free captains and generally using his crew, his fleet, and his power to try and make a difference in the world. His greatest enemy is said to be a vampire countess who has her own fleet of the damned, and the two of them are constantly in a power struggle. And then there is Ali the Goddess Albi. They are a mysterious half nymph from the Feywild. It is said that they were exiled from the Feywild and have made the best of a bad situation by becoming an exceptional spy master, free captain, and assassin. All right. So that's who's there. Do you whisper this to anybody else to let them know what's going on, or do you let everybody just be like, "Oh, there's people"?
Yeah, I'm at least nice enough. I'd like gather everyone together and give them a quick rundown on everybody. Say, all right, so that one over there is like that.
Like while we're getting the cocktail wieners.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where everybody said.
Now, you don't know if this was an oversight or meant to test your resolve, but you are all being served by what are very obviously slaves. They even left the neck and leg shackles on these slaves as they bring the food back and forth, refill drinks. They seem to be in pretty decent shape. Like they've been bathed within the last week or so. They receive food and water, that kind of thing. But none of them look very happy, and many of them do bear lash marks, bruises, other signs of mistreatment or physicality. All right. The majority of the food is, sadly, finger food. I say sadly because a lot of these people look like they do not practice any kind of personal hygiene. So there are dates and fruits and fish and sashimi. There are chunks and blocks of cheese. There are just entire like animals with no implements to cut the meat. You just tear pieces off and throw it onto your plate. This is a very hands-on buffet style meal. You can't call it tapas because nothing really looks like anyone put that much work into preparing it. They're just kind of like, hey, Kurdak likes ingredients, and then they just send out the food. Now, there is plenty of rum and other hard alcohols on tap, essentially. And as you're kind of mingling and whatnot, do you wish to speak with anyone in particular in the room? Kurdak is not a gracious host. The only thing he has done since you arrived is just nod at you and then drink more beer.
I would nod back, and then I guess as we're doing the finger food thing, I'll go and talk to all the three captains, like shake their hand. And
Okay.
like I guess whoever's closest, I'm not picky.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, so the first person that approaches you is Dorset the Cruel Zeph. He approaches and says, hail and well met. Bubbles Jr., is it?
That is correct.
He does an elaborate bow that seems to steal equal parts of the Kroken culture and the Rahadumi culture, and somehow ruins both of them at the same time.
He does like a dress thing while doing it.
He says like, domo arigato. Wasabi. I am pleased to meet you on this fine day.
Oh my god.
I shake his hand. The pleasure's all mine.
That's a interesting look you have there. And you can see his eyes like scanning all of your clothes, and you know that he's already planning like his next outfit.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure you hear this all the time, but are you the famous opera singer?
Fernando?
With globs of food in my mouth. Brother!
Yeah, Fernando's my brother.
Alright, Smaldara is going to climb onto Claxwis's back to get a better vantage point of everything that's going on in the room. Oh, your brother. Alright. How's it feel to have such a famous brother?
Well, yeah, if you ask me, it's kind of a chode.
Well,
yeah.
Now, chode, that's inner sea slang for a small fat penis, yeah?
Yeah, he's one of those artsy, fartsy types, but not in a good way. like stuck up kind of. I'm better than everybody.
It's a shame. I'd hate to live in someone else's shadow. I consider myself to be the quintessential individual.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I didn't go in the theater. I have no desire to compete against him. I'm gonna forge my own path.
Alright. He nods to you. Interested, but only politely so. When he spots Nada Laura, his eyes light up and he begins to head towards her rapidly. Nada Laura, do you do anything to avoid this encounter?
I imagine I'd be at the buffet table, just eating. So I probably wouldn't notice him.
Okay. You feel a presence standing next to you, taking in your measure.
Turn around.
Alright.
Hello.
He does a bow. The bow looks like the kind of bow that the Zagetra would do during a mating ritual, but performed by a clumsy Valorian on land. It kind of just looks like he's like about to throw up.
I'll give him a little smile.
He makes a horrible sound. Sounds like Adam Sandler's Mermaid Man, as he just kind of at you. It is the worst above water accent you have ever heard of your native tongue.
You can speak common. I understand it.
He wipes much of the spittle away from his thin goatee and says, if you insist. I'm very pleased to meet you. My name is Dorset, the Cruel Zeph. A free captain.
I am one of Captain Bubble's officers.
You wear a mask. It's very mysterious.
Well, it is just a part of my attire, just like your robe is a part of yours.
Your people are a great mystery, even to me. Perhaps we can spend the evening learning more about each other and our cultures.
I'm afraid I do not.
I can tell you about the time that I was shipwrecked on an island full of elephant folk and used as breeding stock for 7 months before I was rescued.
That sounds like a wonderful tale.
Sounds like a bad thing.
So yeah, he begins to tell you the story, and it is graphic, and it sounds very painful and a little terrifying. But at no point does he register any fear as he tells the story.
She just kind of listens while casually chewing whatever is on the table behind her. Kind of like she just picks a grape, eats it, pretends to be listening.
Yeah, from your side, Captain Bubbles, you hear, Captain, now's your chance. His back is turned. You can just run him through.
No, we have to be polite.
Fair. Lift, what are you up to? As Ollie the Goddess begins strutting / swaggering towards you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the other way, away from her.
Okay.
And walk up to this magnificent woman.
Alright. Ollie the Goddess looks miffed, kind of blows out a raspberry of frustration as you head over. Oakley, Rough Dog Acheron, is in the process of tearing chunks of meat free from a roasted two-headed dog. As you approach, you see her face covered in meat juice. Strips of meat stuck in the kind of gaps of her teeth. She eats with both hands like a feral animal. You have heard that the second wave of Valorian settlers were a desperate sort who basically had to turn to cannibalism to survive.
Yep. After seeing this, I'm gonna walk back the way I came. Just kind of hang out and look at Annalora ignoring the guy next to her.
Okay. All right. Django, how are you feeling about all this? Is there any particular free captain you want to speak with? Anybody you want to interact with? You want to go talk to Kurdak? He's looking pretty amicable over there.
Is he really?
No, he looks so pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you tried with those leading things last time. I'm not falling for that again. Nah, I'm just sort of like hanging out with Drosha, making small talk with her, just trying to keep my hackles down, seeing all the slaves about, just telling her, like, look, I'm not going to say anything, because here, but I don't know, just seeing all those shackles, those manacles and whatnots, give me flashbacks.
She looks at you with understanding, compassion, but also a great deal of pity. And she says, I know that you have been through many difficult journeys, that you were raised apart from our people because of the slave trade. But you do know that this is an entire region ruled by pirates. You stand before the king of pirates, right over there. And she kind of doesn't point, but she kind of nods her head and moves those emerald eyes over towards Kurdak. The whole place is called the Shackles.
I know.
Ooh, poignant.
It's gonna take some getting used to us all, and...
Have you ever thought, Django, to simply just return home? We are closer than we have ever been.
Why? Me and Jimmy spent our entire lives trying to get the fuck away from that place. Why the hell would I want to go back?
I speak of your homeland, Rahadum. Is that where you tried to flee from?
Look, Jimmy and I just wanted to get away. We just didn't care where we went, just as long as we were away from that place. I didn't even know this Rahadum place existed until I met y'all.
It is the birthplace of our people. You perhaps would know more peace to see it firsthand.
That sounds like it'd be really nice, actually. And, I will say that, if anything, I've found friends, family, and, even nice lady. That's even something I didn't even think I would find trying to get away from that place.
You are the only person who thinks that frog is a nice person, but to each their own. I made my decision to stay with these strange people. Rahadum is a place that respects coin. My crew's failure would have cost me greatly. You speak of slavery, but if I had returned home, a failure, I would have been indentured until the debts of the stolen ship and all its cargo had been paid off. So, I stay here. I have watched the crew prosper after the passing of the fool Zalnos. No one has ever told you of Harpy Gate. Now is the time. and she tells you about Harpy Gate. All right. Anyone else have anybody they want to talk to?
I would just be like eating and then like looking at that lady who's eating like a monster. That one, and then I look at Anna. I'm just like, should we go eat with her? I kind of want to go eat with her.
Do you want to go get eaten by her? I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's all over her face. She's such a messy eater. It's included in her character art.
Yeah.
I thought she just killed somebody.
But yeah, sure. Let's go talk to her. She's easily the hottest person here.
All right. So like, I grab like a. You know what? Like, is there like what's the biggest, meatiest thing that everybody's like trying to clamor over?
There is a baby killer whale.
I just like grab a huge chunk of it with my claws and take it with me.
Okay.
As everybody's like, hey, wah, wah.
All right, you just pick up the whole baby killer whale and you bring it over. All right, hold on. I got you covered.
Oh no.
Roasted baby killer.
You're not gonna. No.
I knew it.
It's Spencer.
Shamu.
All right, her eyes go wide as you approach with a tiny woman on your back, and you're dragging a roasted baby killer whale behind you. They don't call them orcas here. They call them killer whales, because that's how insensitive they are to the rights and feelings of wild animals. Take note of that, wildlife officer lift.
Note taken.
So I plop it on the table, and without saying any words, I just like, I start clipping parts of it off and like going, like looking at her while I eat it.
Okay, yeah. She starts eating more viciously and ferociously. This guy, the bear, he sees what's going on. He sees what's going on over here, and he comes over.
I kick a chair towards him for him to take a seat.
Okay. Yeah, he comes over and he wild shapes into a cave bear, and he starts eating.
Yeah. All right, I can't be outdone.
All right. Are you gonna go signature move and do wooden bear?
Wooden bear, you know it.
All right. This woman who doesn't like bears is now tilted. There we go. And she storms over to this side of the room. All right. It is a feeding frenzy over there. Small Dara, trying her best, looking like one of the
I'm helping.
Okay, yeah. Having trouble keeping up, but quickly it becomes sort of an eating contest. Dorset, the cruel Zeph, he does excuse himself to go throw up. It is so disgusting over there what they're doing to that baby killer whale. This is the first thing that seems to have gotten Kurdak's attention. He looks up from his 17th mug of beer, his nose bright red, all the blood vessels burst a long time ago from alcoholism, and he says,
now that's what I like to see. Good old bloodlust. I don't see you joining in there, beast boy.
And he obviously is directing this derisive remark at you, Captain Bubbles Jr. In case you didn't know, Officer Obvious is there to help you. Hey, boss. I'm pretty sure that derisive remark was directed solely at you, sir.
Oh, shit. I thought you were talking about Django. Alright. Yeah, I'll be joining in a second. I was going to introduce myself to the rest of the captains here.
Oh, I thought monkeys only ate bananas.
I laugh with him. Like legit, I laugh with him.
I'm laughing with him. I'm laughing with him.
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't met this one.
You seem tough. Pull up a chair.
I walk over. I pull up a chair and sit down next to him. Got any more ale?
I have all the ale. And then some.
Sounds good to me.
He lets out a low growl and servants, their leg chains clanking loudly, come rushing in. They wheel in a brand new keg. They tap it right there on the table. All right. With his bony hand, he reaches out to shake yours.
I'm not able to shake it with my wooden hand, am I?
I mean, it's his right hand. What hand does?
It's the left hand. Who's left hand?
Yeah. If you wanted to do that awkward, like, I'll shake your right with my left, you could do that. But
I shake it with the right.
Okay.
I hold my left hand up. And,
All right. As you shake his hand, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty.
Oh, you are paralyzed.
Would I have been able to?
You also
as the
take
captain,
3d6 cold damage.
well, as the captain was going up, could I have like given him a tablet and be like, "Remember, Captain, stay strong and don't get woozy or anything."
With over a year of drug dealing history under your belts, Natalora, I feel like that would be something that you would have done.
So would I be able to add 5 to that Constitution saving throw?
Sure. Every time you do that, I'm just thankful you're not a paladin. So, because I mean, that's about as bad as it gets for saving throws. All right, you take the cold damage, but are not paralyzed as you bite down on the latest Natalora not over-the-counter prescription medicine. It hits you like a pound of crystal meth. Your eyes dilate like crazy. Your heart begins beating wildly in your chest. Kurdak looks at the frost forming on your hand and the fact that you weren't paralyzed, and he gives you a bro nod.
There you go. It's a hell of a handshake.
Yeah, it's a hell of a souvenir. Let me tell ya, Beast Boy, be careful what enemies you're making.
What do you mean?
This here was given to me by the lich it once belonged to.
I am.
Yes, right. As I held his phylactery over the great volcano. The phylactery bit back. The flesh never grew again. To this day, I have all the powers of a lich in the palm of my hand.
Wow, that's fucking rad. Yeah,
I suppose a great many maidens have died in my embrace. I can still feel their souls moving around in my knuckle bones.
Yeah, I feel like that's a blessing and a curse.
But you don't seem to be a stranger to trading up.
And he kind of motions at your viney hand.
Yeah. I hold it up and go, yeah, just another scar for the books, I guess.
I've heard the rumors, the stories. Heard you went all the way to the Feywild.
Yeah.
You best be watching yourself. Old Ollie will be using you as a little peg boy before the sun rises.
You can try. But yeah, we did. We went to the edge of the Feywild. Yeah, we killed a Fey dragon there. I managed to get a devil fruit ability.
The devil fruit.
and he spits just a massive wad. It occurs to you that the interior of this man's body is probably some miasmatic storm of like stale beer and like chewing tobacco, because whatever he spit out of his mouth could probably classify as a small ooze creature. It just sort of quivers on the table.
Drinking my ale.
All right. As you guys are sitting there, having a quality conversation, and everybody's mingling and eating to their heart's content, a figure steps into the doorway of the Great Hall with a ringing voice of confidence. She says, "Sorry I'm late. Got held up. Where's this new free captain that we're all greeting?"
As a bear, I look at her and go,
Hey, Dibs. I point at Lift and I message. Use message. Dibs.
Right.
As people turn to look at her, you see Small Dara, her face completely covered in grease, her cheeks puffed out like a chipmunk, her belly descended from too much food. She immediately throws up all over Claximus and then falls off of his shell.
Sexy.
I check her, like, are you okay?
She looks like
Too much blubber?
She looks like she has seen a ghost.
And then I see the lady, and then I look back at her, and I see the lady, and then I look back at her, and I'm just like, why are there two of you?
All right. She crosses the room, and the other free captains look at her with caution and admiration. Grimshaw shares a look with her, a look that lasts a little bit longer than the one she shares with anyone else. She walks right up to the table, her massive tatas so massive that you've only seen one pair that close in all of the shackles, and it doesn't exist anymore. She grabs Kurdak's beer, and she downs the whole thing in one gulp, and then slams it back down on the table, and lets out a ringing laugh. Kurdak scowls, and then laughs as well.
Tessa, it's been a long time. Good to see you back in Port Peril, lass. What have you been up to? You and your strange Valorian goddess, Besmara. She's catching on. A lot of people are starting to sing the songs of your old country.
I start to make the connection, and I just start bursting into laughter.
Okay. Tessa Fairwind, free captain, second highest ranking captain in the shackles, turns and looks at you. Oh, you must be Bubbles Jr.
Aye, that's me.
Great work with that dragon turtle. The way I hear it, you nearly ran it through.
Yeah.
It was a cunning strategy to let it swallow you so that you could dimension door from inside of it into its lair.
I'm going back to the Rolodex trying to remember if this actually happened.
Nope.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a deception check with disadvantage based on your role playing. Okay. So you, even though you have no idea what she's talking about, you fake like you do, and she doesn't realize that you just bought your way through the challenge. The rumors she was told are truth. Oh, well, she extends her hand in a ladylike gesture, so that you may kiss it.
I do.
All right.
Absolutely do it.
And then she slaps you with the backhand of it.
Yeah. You know, I would be mad about that, but I'm very used to it at this point.
She takes a seat by spinning one around and then doing the whole, like, sitting in the chair backwards maneuver. She leans in, and that section of the table disappears under pirate cleavage. She says, so is Kurdak talking your ear off about his battle against the Lich at the volcano?
Yeah, we were going across that.
It's a good story.
Yeah, it's a good story. It's a good story.
I agree with that.
So, now that you're a free captain, what are you gonna do?
Well, we plan on sticking around for a little bit. We want to deal with the what was it, the Pocket Monster Challenge that's going on tomorrow.
Oh, are you gonna enter that Luckborn? I could have sworn I saw it when I came in.
Speaking of that, right? I got a question for you, because you look really familiar. You don't happen to have, like...
I mean, I'm fucking famous, so...
Well, I mean, in a different way. Right? You don't happen to have, like, a cousin or, like, a sister, do you?
Oh, yeah, I had a little sister. I sold her.
That's probably it.
Have you seen, little Sandara around?
Well, we originated from Beardless Dungar's crew, so we had a run-in with her.
Oh, did she end up with Beardless Dungar?
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate. I mean, not my problem, but unfortunate.
Yeah.
How is she these days?
Bloodborne. Yeah.
I don't follow.
A point. Yeah.
As you point, Sandara is nowhere to be seen. She has fled the room.
Shit. Okay. Well.
While they're talking, I'm gonna walk over like the most loyal dog ever.
Okay.
And nuzzle my nose, not against the captain, but against her hand. And then I'd like to roll over and see if she'll pet my belly.
Yeah, be careful, he's a pervert.
While I'm staring Captain in the eyes.
Yeah, I mean, unsurprisingly, she assists you to the ground by pushing you down, and then takes her piratey boot and starts grinding it into your chest and groin area.
And I will try to make happy noises.
Okay. She does so almost absent-mindedly, like many men and beasts come and ask for this service. Sort of undistracted, she crushes you while continuing to talk with Kurdak and Captain Bubbles. Are you making jest at me? There's no... What are you trying to say?
Well, I believe... If it's the same person, I believe your younger sister actually may be a member of my crew.
Oh, well, I'm sorry for you then.
I mean, she has her moments, but...
Her moments? Okay. Listen, boy, that's awkward. Are you telling me that midget was... That's what happened to her?
Uh-huh.
What did you guys do to her?
We didn't do anything.
It's like a cursed magic item.
I think she died, and then she got reincarnated or something.
Oh man, yeah. She lets out some ringing laughter and pounds her fist against the table. Each time she pounds her fist against the table, there are two massive scoops of ice cream that just sort of undulate everywhere. Huh. Wow. That went even better than I thought. It's just that, the New World only had room for one High Priestess of Besmara, so I just made sure that everybody was in the right place at the right time.
Still, I feel like I should be thanking you. Like, Your sister's been a great asset to our crew.
Well, I mean, every ship does need a whore.
Actually, I don't think she does that. But
anyways,
yeah.
Listen. Let's talk about important people, right? Free captain people that matter. I generally make it a point to meet each new free captain that comes along, and test them by my own measure. So, if possible, is there any way you could swing by my stronghold on your way out of the region and maybe you take care of some business for me?
Is this a solo mission, or do you need like a small specialized team?
Well, I need a free captain who can do free captain stuff.
I'm gonna look at her dead in the eyes and dead in the titties and go, what kind of stuff?
Well, there is, mixed company here, and she just kind of looks around. But basically, there's a woman by the name of Arkala who has been doing some smuggling for the devils of the South Seas. I need somebody to investigate her activities, and a newly minted free captain would represent quite a tasty piece of bait for her, right? Someone with power who doesn't yet know how to use it properly. If you sort of presented yourself as the sort who was looking to gain a lot of power in a short amount of time, I feel like maybe she would approach you. And then we could find out more about this misplaced support she has for the devils.
Right. Well, this is something that I really want to speak to my first mate about first.
Oh, so you're one of those leaders who delegates their decisions.
Well, I'd at least like a second opinion.
I mean, maybe you could ask my sister what her opinion is.
Right.
Well, why don't you think it over? In the meantime, I'll leave you in Kurdak to your girl talk. And Kurdak kind of lets out a low, kind of ominous growl at her. And she says, I'm just messing around. And then she kind of heads over to mingle with the other free captains.
As she gets out of hearing distance, I'm going to say, that's a really dangerous one.
Someday that woman's gonna come for me. And me throne.
I don't want to be out of place when I say this, but I think you might be right about that.
I never seen a captain rise through the ranks as quickly as she. In a very small amount of time, she's managed to weaponize that Besmara and use it for quite a bit of personal gain. I suppose a pirate goddess would want nothing more than that.
Right.
You see, before them Valorians brought that Besmara bitch to the shackles, we had real gods. Now they all believe in this make-believe. There's no pirate woman sailing around in a magic ship.
I mean, well, does he have a magic ship? Do we know that?
Well, I mean, that's what the brochures and the pamphlets seem to say. Hold on a second.
He kind of reaches around in his coat, and he takes out the Besmara and you. What you need to know about the goddess of pirates.
Yeah, I'm always more into one of those pregnant gods, you know?
There's nothing finer than a pregnant woman. I must have made at least 400 or 500 women pregnant. Got quite a few bastards and bastardettes wandering around the shackles. I always thought it might be fun to collect them all together and maybe offer them the throne in like a huge battle royale.
Yeah, I think our crew had a guy like that once.
Oh, there's a good chance it did.
Yeah. I would say his name, but I doubt you'd know, because, you know, I mean,
I'd have no idea.
Yeah.
I always figured, at least until I met Tessa there, that one of my own children would come take the throne from me. But none of them have ever proven to be worth a damn.
Well, sometimes it's not about genes. Sometimes it's about balls. You know? You can't pass that on. It's just something that happens in a handful of people.
I like the pretty words that you say, Beast Boy. That's why I'm gonna do you a solid. The last free captain that I had to sit through the shit for was a man you know well. A Dunduran from the mainland. Exiled he was for his radical beliefs. Beardless Dungar.
Yeah.
He won the latest regatta. His ship, the Wormwood, unnaturally fast.
Yeah.
When he got deep into his cups, and I mean deep, there was one mournful name he kept uttering over and over again.
And he kind of turns, and you see his fist, one bony finger, trailing anti-light behind it. He points over at Nadalora.
Nadalora.
I thought he was gonna say Zalnos.
Nah, he heard that Zalnos got his head blasted off by some big-titted cleric or something.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. I have to say, quite a way to decide the name of your ship.
Well, you know, they say you can't teach stupid, so.
You can't teach stupid. That's pretty good. You're all right, Captain Bubbles Jr. It'll be a sad day if we ever have to cross blades and spells.
It will.
So, not that I truly care, nor 'tis it any of my business, but what will you be doing now? You gonna take the titties of the sea up on her offer?
Well,
she'd be a powerful ally to you.
Well, look. You don't climb the ranks by living in somebody else's shadow. I'm gonna forge my own path. I have a couple of ideas of what we'll do. But we're gonna need to gain more strength.
Is there ever truly enough strength to be gained?
Well, you're the man on top. You tell me.
Then I tell you no. It's never enough.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I hear you got a reputation for being a bit soft. If that's the case, you may want to speak with Grimshaw. He's about as soft as they come. He might be able to find you work that would make you strong, while also appealing to your softer personality. I don't have time for none of that morality to get in the way, but I do appreciate that Grimshaw be keeping the worst and the most vile from it causing too much trouble. It's what they call an old school pallyman.
Yeah, I've heard of those. Well, I don't want to say that we're rough, but I wouldn't say soft exactly us either. Just because we have a couple of core beliefs, but it doesn't mean we don't have our fair share of crazy.
All right. While you continue to discuss with Kurdak, Klaxmas, what are you up to?
Oh, so I got barfed on, right?
Yeah, barfs fell off of you, and then, using her small size and racial, she somehow managed to escape the room.
Well, I'm sure she had her reasons, but I have a contest to win.
All right.
And while I do love Sandara, I love winning. So I'm gonna pull out a trick that I learned. I get the nearest cup of liquid, I don't care what it is. I start dipping my food in it, and then swallowing it to make it go down faster.
Oh, damn. Like the hot dog champion of,
Kobayashi.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. While staring at this lady, still eating grunt noises.
I'll
Okay.
come back over and join you.
She makes a disgusted face at the fact that you're bothering to eat bread.
Is it bread? Oh, because of the liquid.
What
yeah.
else? What else would get smaller in liquid? If you dip in strips of whale meat and blubber in water, it's just going to be soggy whale meat and blubber.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna win this contest. I'm gonna eat more than her.
All right, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw to represent the effort that was made here. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, like, this bear, it's not his body, so he eats until his stomach ruptures, and then forces him back into his normal shape. He takes some damage afterwards, and, laughing, backs away from the table, and then, barfs a little, because it kind of was his stomach, and now it's way more full than it should be. She keeps going for a while, but eventually her eyes sort of cross, and she also just vomits all over the food and the table. With an angry look on her face, she smiles at you.
Well, I look at Lift, because I think he's still going.
Oh, Lift, did you come back to join in the eating contest, or are you following this woman around the room like her pet?
Well, after my wooden balls got stepped on, I came back over to the eating contest.
Oh, all right, fair enough. All right, Lift, give me a Constitution save to see if you could stay in this thing.
You got some throw up, and you got some catch up to do.
Yeah, it didn't last too long. All right. Yeah, Klaxmas, you are the meat-eating champion of the meat-eating contest.
I raised both my claws up in the air. And I was just like, you know, like you know when like somebody's just like here's like the awe of like a crowd just like saying he's just like living in the moment, even though no one's really doing it. It's just like Yeah.
No, people, they're fucking pirates. They're not a bunch of nobles. They all turn and cheer. Yeah, they all cheer and slosh their various drinks around and begin a dirty shanty about your eating skills and what else you could be eating, etc., etc. I mean, it's raunchy. It's loud. It's raucous.
And then I would dig deep into this killer whale. And I go, do the killer whales have wishbones? I wish they do. That's my wish.
I mean, they have a lot of the bones that a mammal would have. I don't think they have a wishbone.
Take his pelvis, it looks the same.
Yeah,
there you go. Snap his pelvis in half.
Yeah. This is my trophy.
Okay. Do you offer the wishbone up to somebody to snap in half or no?
Her.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right. Strength checks. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, you definitely retain the larger piece of the bone, and she is impressed by your strength. She looks at you and says, "Have you been to the inner sea?"
That's where I come from.
You want to go back?
Well, that is one of my plans to go back, and I have some business there. Yes.
You looking for a crew?
I'm, and then I point at Captain Bubbles, like, that's my captain.
He's very handsome. What is he paying you? I'll pay triple.
I give a giggle, and it's like, it's very, very flattering. But what he pays me is, it's a little bit more than just money. It's,
he's your sea husband.
Kinda. Loyalty, I want to see where he's going, because wherever he's going, it's the top. It's the top of something, and I want to be there.
She kind of rolls her eyes a little bit. She says, so you're going to be doing a lot of traveling?
Yeah.
Look at my fucking face right now.
Okay.
Take it in.
I'm taking it in.
You see this fucking face again.
Mm-hmm.
You bring that person to me.
Okay.
I'll give you a queen's fortune.
Queen's fortune. Alright. Look, I'm looking at her face, and the player character knows this face from somewhere. But the character doesn't.
The Bubbles Jr. comes from the Inland Sea. Does she look familiar?
Ooh. Go ahead and give me a history check, I guess.
Alright. Do I have advantage because I lived there my whole life? And she was a super prominent figure?
Man.
I grew up in Goodberry.
Wow. I guess so. You do remember that there was a woman like this. She was married to a woke ape, actually. She didn't seem as mean as this woman.
I feel like I shouldn't tell her, because she said I'm gonna destroy that fucking civilization.
Alright. So while they're having these conversations, not Alora, is there anything that you...
I imagine this guy's still talking, sharing his story.
He just never shuts up, actually. You don't know when the last story ended and the new story began.
Yeah, he's probably not even really paying much attention to me. So I'm kind of just looking around the room. Maybe I look at this person and kind of be like, ask, almost signaling, like, can someone get me out of this?
Okay. Django, you seem to be the only person not preoccupied with throwing up, eating, or speaking to peeps? Do you try to help Nalora, or do you just kind of navigate the party on your own?
Yeah, after Drosha told me all about Harpy Gate, it's like I'm just sort of making my way from that and drowning myself in alcohol, trying to forget the details, and then it's like, I guess I'll lay my eyes on the lady here with the bear skin, just start to approach her.
Okay.
No
she seems to be in a heated argument with Grimshaw Treasure Mathian. They are discussing whether or not it should be the free captain's responsibility to police the atrocities that the common folk perform upon themselves and each other. She is a stalwart defender of freedom, even the freedom to be absolutely horrible and stupid. He is trying to tell her that their strength, experience, and station puts them in a position to better judge what is right and wrong.
And then I just turn away from her and start approaching this gentleman. I'm like, sir, you're definitely speaking my language here.
He turns to you. He gives you a smile. He has all of his teeth, and they're all very white, which is common in character art, but not so much, in the reality of Pirate Land. He is missing an eyeball. There is just an empty socket there of kind of whitish pink flesh. But the remaining eye looks at you, and it is sharp, black, shiny. He extends a hand and says, it's good to hear that I'm speaking your language.
I take his hand and give it a vigorous shake. It's like, pleasure to meet you, sir. My name's Django.
Django? That seems like a pretty good name. So, you walked into the middle of this. Maybe we should put you on the spot, hey, Isabel? Where do you lie on this issue, Django? Is it the responsibility of those with power to use that power to protect and guide those who are powerless? Or is it none of our fucking business, as my good friend here would say?
Well, as someone who came from a rather downtrodden upbringing, being taken to the whips and the chains for much of my life, I definitely would prefer those with power to take responsibility against those that abuse such responsibility.
So, your only motivations for good are personal?
Somewhat. I've only recently come into my freedom with Captain Bubbles Jr. over here, so I'm still trying to get a feel for everything.
I see. Well, let me ask you then.
And you hear Isabel kind of groan. She's like, no, do not do this. Please, do not do this. And he says,
hold on. Hear me out. So, Django, let's say your ship. You're out there pirating. You come upon a Chilaxian vessel. As you approach, it becomes apparent that there's something going on with this vessel. You engage in battle, you board them. You find out the hold, it's full of prisoners. Non-devils. Now the devils, you see, they've made many dealings with true devils. They turn to you and they say, you can't take these prisoners from us. They must be taken to the island for sacrifice. If we don't sacrifice these folk, the devil, what's expecting its due, will rampage across the region. This is the only way. Now what do you do, Django? Now, what do you do?
stay silent for a moment, give a wide grin, do like this wide flourish of my right hand to show the pistol at my side, just sort of tap the holster and say, draw this, put one right between the eyes of each of those fucking devils. That's what I'd do.
Okay. He nods sagely. And then Isabel, who you could tell has probably heard this scenario before, says, and then you just, I suppose, go and defeat a powerful devil that an entire ship of Chilaxians were fearful of?
I then turn to her with that same grin and say, oh, perhaps you haven't heard how we recently defeated a spider demon ourselves? Did you not hear about that?
I certainly did not. I do not listen to the braggings and stories of baby pirates.
Well, perhaps
many children like to play make-believe.
Right.
Now that you are sailing with a free captain, perhaps I will find time to listen.
Just give her a little bit of a nod, but I don't say anything else to that.
Fair enough. All right. Lift. Is there anything that you're up to?
Yeah, I'm just licking up the vomit scraps and other stuff on the ground.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Oakley is kind of sitting on the floor and drinking because the only way to get over a stomachache is through alcohol. Meanwhile, back at shore, on Snuggly's Wild Adventure, you do happen upon the Arena District as they are preparing for Pocket Monster Festival. Do you try to get information about Pocket Monster Festival and track down a potential familiar?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, Pocket Monster Festival, they're working on a better name. It basically is a series of tournament battles, wherein people force
to be very best.
Well, like no one ever was.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of propaganda posters about destiny and the power of friendship, all this other kind of stuff. Your best estimate is it's the fanciest cockfighting situation you've ever seen. Though I guess Snurf Neblin wouldn't have cockfighting. What would you guys have?
Probably some sort of like living mushroom fights.
Yeah. Like spore beetles, maybe? Like spore beetle wrestling.
Spore beetle battles.
Spore beetle battles, yeah. And then there's those ones that you turn them upside down, you spin them like tops, and their little, bladed legs go spinning and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we call them Baku beetles.
Yes, it's all coming back to me now. It seems like that, but on a grander scale. It seems that sentient creatures, and this is a very tough term in the Shackles, sentient creatures are not allowed. That means awakened animals, wild-shaping druids, crab people, minotaurs. There's like this big list. Like, they want stupid animals to fight each other. Or what they...
What is really dumb, like, Rahadumi. Does that count? Or...
Well, a lot of racist jokes are made. A lot of racist jokes are made. But they tell you that, unfortunately, not allowed.
If you had, say, a cat that weren't walking on two legs and wearing clothes, that would be okay. This is about beast battles. We want beasts to be battling.
Okay, so what about, like, Shark Dog?
Oh, yeah, Shark Hounds. Oh, that's a good one. Won't last too long in the bigger divisions. You might be able to get them in the mid-size.
Oh, yeah, that's something else I wanted to ask about. Like, how is it, How's it organized? Are there weight categories or?
So we have a real adorable one. We're kicking around this idea. We're calling it the Tiny Cup. It's for small monsters, what's a real cute like. We've got some spellcasters going to be using their illusion spells to make big images of the little tiny ones fighting, because it's going to be so awful cute to have two tiny little critters fighting in the middle of that huge arena.
I might be able to help with that illusion part.
Oh, are you a spellcaster then? I didn't want to profile you.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that, but look at the outfit. It's pretty awesome.
Well, you know what you need there, Grandpappy? You need a little cone hat with some stars on it.
You know what? Maybe I do.
Yeah, so then we've got the mid-sized cup. So that's just, your medium-sized creatures, Then we're kicking it into the large beasties. And finally, the Kaiju Cup. Anything bigger than large, we just have them duke it out.
Interesting. So would you be able to point me in the direction of like a animal friend trader or?
Yeah, sure.
Got a couple requests I'm looking to fulfill.
There are many scale merchants up and down the streets surrounding the arena. They have set up since the last time you were here. What exactly are you looking for? They have baby hellhounds. They have dire pigeons. They have
for a battle crab.
All right, let's see. We got
also whatever the sexiest one is.
Okay, we've got an ear mouse. We got a foul bear. We have a sleepy kitty. We have a Byzantine snail. We have Echo the emotion absorber.
I don't know what that is, but I'm interested.
Okay, there's a sloth. Shut-eye moth. A bookworm. There's a pet rock vendor. Let's see. There's a toad in the hole. There is a humming squirrel. They have an infernal duck, which you're pretty sure is just a goose.
It's an accurate description.
Yeah. They have a Tyrannohamsterus micropod. Oh, you want the okay? So you stop at the booth that's selling Tyrannohamsterus micropods.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to do a nature or arcana check to see what you recall about this creature, or do you want the salesman to tell you what you know about the creature?
I want him to tell me, but then I also want afterwards to perform an arcana check.
Okay. As you approach, the strange-looking creature that is manning the booth, it seems to be a humanoid mouse. You're not into eating other beings, but the mouse has a savory scent to it that smells absolutely scrumptious. You've never considered eating a mouse or a sentient humanoid before, but gosh, this creature smells delicious. Yeah, this is a mousekin. It is a anthropomorphic mouse, and yeah, it looks like this. There we go. Yeah, and it says to you,
hey, are you interested in a Tyrannohamsterus micropod?
Yeah, I think I might be.
Are you familiar with the Gigadile?
No.
Oh, it's like a dragon, but it doesn't have any wings, and instead of big strong arms, it has two little tiny arms in the front that can't really do anything. but it's really, really strong. It has a long tail, and it's got a big mouth. And it bites things and it eats things. Well, sir, listen, do I have news for you? Through years of competitive breeding, we have created a hybrid creature that takes the greatest qualities of the Gigadile and the vicious dwarf hamster. I'm talking about biting power that could go right through the hull of a Chilaxian warship. I'm talking about a tail so savage that it could thump you on the knuckles and you would have a bruise for days. I'm talking about the amount of bite power that once this thing latches onto you, it's there for life. It will die there, sir. It will die there.
I just want the mouse guy.
Now, did I mention that the original breeding stock of the dwarf hamsters was found inside a meteorite that crashed from the sky? That's right, sir. This bloodline originates from the great beyond.
And he motions up at the sky.
I have a +10, damn it, and I still only got a 12.
Okay, everything he has said is true, and more. Like, you figure he must have left some of the good stuff off. Now, looking at the creatures, they are able to hover about, like, half an inch above the bottom of their cage. It looks like they're walking, but they're also floating. Some of them are able to do this backwards.
Color me interested. How much you looking for one of these little buttes?
Well, given their extraplanar nature and the amount of hard work that went into breeding them, I would have to say that, well, I am looking for at least 50 gold for one of these, sir. 50 gold coins, that's right. I'm asking for 50 big ones, 50 smackers. That is 500 silver, or 5 platinum pieces.
Do you take 5,000 copper?
I certainly would, sir.
I think that if I gave you 5,000 copper...
If you act now, sir, if you act now, I will include 1 shoddy cage that it will easily escape from, a water bottle, and one of these.
And he holds up a wheel.
So
this affixes to the interior of the flimsy cage. The creature hovers in place, and the wheel will spin. This will keep your Tyrannohamsterous micropod in the best shape it's ever been, which is a round shape.
You know, I think you're selling yourself short here. You could easily make 100 gold off of each of these.
Oh, you think so? It's real hard out here on the streets for a mousekin, sir.
What? Well, you know, I've recently been taken on by a pirate crew. Perhaps we could use a breeder of your skill.
I've never bred pirates before, sir. Is it hard?
That's not exactly what I meant, but you don't really have to do anything to get them to breed. It's quite simple.
Oh, would you be all right with me bringing these incredibly dangerous creatures onto your ship?
I don't have any problem with that.
Oh, they're more than likely to break free and breed in great numbers.
No, that surely won't happen.
Oh, okay.
I trust you implicitly.
Wow. I'll tell you what. Let me have the next 3 days to try to sell down my stock, and I'll just keep my 4 best breeders, and I guess I'll be a pirate.
All right. So we're on the Bumbling Bosom.
That's a great name for a ship.
Thanks. I came up with it myself.
You're very wise, grandfather.
I didn't really.
Oh.
I feel like I should be honest with you since we're gonna be.
Do you want to pick out your own, or do you just want to put your hand in there and see which one bites you? I have some teal. I have a chartreuse. There's a cotton candy pink.
I'm leaning towards teal, I think.
Okay. You purchase a teal Tyrannohamsterus micropod.
Alright, I pay him 100 gold out of the 150 that Claximus gave me.
Okay. It's a very Jack and the Beanstalk moment, for sure. The creature desperately wants to bite an artery in your wrist and murder you. You can feel its seething hatred, coming off of it. It is real bad.
Yeah, he's a cute little guy.
Okay. It very much looks like a hamster and a Tyrannosaurus Rex. There is an adorable drawing of it. The papers that he gives you also says that it is phlogiston friendly. You're not sure what that means at all, Snuggly, but
I know.
Oh, did you actually recognize the creature? Is that?
I recognize what phlogiston is.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were familiar with this particular creature.
I believe I may be.
Well, you're gonna be. Here, I'll drag its little artwork over.
Perfect.
Okay. Do you continue your shopping?
Indeed, I do.
Okay. The next booth is selling Pugatarians. They are centaur pugs.
Okay, how does that? So like lower half of a horse, upper half of a pug, or
lower body of a pug, upper body of a pug furry.
What size categories would these be?
They are tiny.
Excellent.
Do you stop to learn more, or do you keep going?
No, I think I keep going.
Okay. All right. Next up, they've got a catoblepossum.
Which is Cobblepus and a possum?
Yes.
Excellent.
The smell of this booth is such that I will need a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Hey.
Yeah, it ain't so bad. There are other people that are retching, that are passing out, that are falling over. You see a tropical bird that has escaped from its cage. It flies by the booth selling the catoblepossums, and you see a greenish laser beam fire out of one of the cages. It hits the bird, and the bird disintegrates into dust.
How much for the bird dust?
The old crone working the booth looks at you and is like,
Hey! It didn't fall in my booth. It's yours.
Wow. You've got some really nice salespeople around here.
I suppose. You want to buy a catoblepossum?
So far, I'm pretty happy with what
They're
I've got.
real good with getting rid of children.
And I hold up my arm where my Tyrannohamsterus micropod is just sort of dangling from it.
yeah, a steady stream of blood pouring from the wound.
I'm pretty happy with this little guy for now. Do you know anyone that sells battle crabs?
Okay, let me see. I'll speed this up, see if I can find one that's selling battle crabs. Nope.
I know someone that's selling tiny dia giraffes.
That's good enough. That's almost the same, really.
Oh, well, you're gonna want to head four rows down. You're gonna go past the poodles, and then you're gonna see a snake charmer. Behind the snake charmer, that's where the tiny dire giraffes are.
Excellent. I go and I buy a tiny dire giraffe.
Okay. Apparently a real giraffe is quite large because a tiny one is medium size. Okay. The creature is not a giraffe. It is called a bottle fop. As you approach, the tall, reedy woman who runs the booth has big Coke bottle glasses. She looks at you and says, "Oh, have you come to purchase a bottle fop?"
I was told this is where the tiny dire giraffes are.
Oh, what a terrible thing to call the little bottle fops. You look and they are tiny dire giraffes. Do you ever think to yourself, I wish I could look at things that were up high?
Yeah, actually I do.
Do you ever think to yourself, I wish I could be up high?
I mean, yeah, sometimes.
Do you ever think to yourself, what if I had a way to be up high and look up high?
Listen, you need to work on your sales technique.
If the answer to any of those questions is yes, you need a bottle fop.
I don't even know if you're listening to me at this point.
A bottle fop can stretch its neck up to 30 feet in length and support up to 1,500 pounds in weight on its neck alone.
I feel like that can't be true, but
sometimes the bottle fop will turn upside down and bounce around on its head, using its neck as a spring-like tail, like a tigger.
And, how much are you asking for one of these?
Ooh, because I am down to my last 3 bottle fops, I am seeking 500 gold for one.
Oh, 500 gold. All right.
I have 3 for sale. My favorite is Kevin. And she points out Kevin. He is pretty cute.
Sorry, but we already have a Kevin.
Then you could take Marcy.
Marcy?
Yep.
I have an aunt named Marcy. I like it.
Okay.
I give him Liv's 100 gold, Clagsmith's last 50, and then 350 of mine.
All right. You are the proud owner of a bottle fop.
All right, so I have a tiny Tyrannosaurus hamster. I have a dire tiny giraffe.
All right, now I just need to find something sexy.
Okay. While you're doing that, over at the rest of the crew, does anyone have any other business this evening at this banquet?
No. No. I'm gonna go look for Analura. That's about it. Not Analura, Small Dara. No, I'm getting them confused.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
I'll ask the Hurricane King about like some of his adventures. Maybe even the history of the Hurricane King. Like, was there like a king of the Shackles before him?
Oh yeah, he killed him.
Okay, cool.
That's the only way. That's the only way to become the king is to kill the previous king.
That's what I assumed, but you know.
Yeah. No matter how many children he has, none of them can become the king by default. They'd have to come and kill him.
Fair.
Lift went back to trailing her.
Oh, okay.
And sniffing.
Yeah. She's into it. Like, she sits on you and uses you like as a fucking couch. She like opens some bottles on your horns. Yeah, like you could tell that this lady is a big fan of being in charge and hurting people.
I like it a little bit.
Okay.
It's kind of weird, but I do.
Yeah.
I'd also like to use my keen sense.
The whole time that you're doing this, though, Ollie the goddess stares at you jealously.
I knew it. Can I use my keen sense of smell to see if she's on her period?
Yeah, I mean,
God.
bears have the strongest sense of any land mammal in the real world. So, of course, that's 100% something you could do.
Perfect.
She is.
That's probably why I'm going crazy. I like it.
All right. So Bubbles is getting more background on the Hurricane King and how pirate politics work. Lift is discovering new things about himself again. Annalora is still stuck talking to the same guy. The same
I'm gonna go
guy
save her.
all night.
I'm gonna go save her. I'm gonna go save her.
All right.
So like I see them talking, and I kind of just like move my like claw in front of Annalora to get her attention.
Yeah, she's definitely in another world at this point. I think. Yeah.
She was in her elf trance.
It's like I was like, I don't.
Sorry.
We got a problem.
What's going on? Sorry. Dorset? Yeah. Give me one moment. What's wrong, Claxmus?
I can't. Ever since that, and then I just kind of like nudge my head. Oh, ever since that big tittied one with the red hair came in, I can't find Sandara.
What red titty? What? Sorry? Oh.
Step out of the trance. I need you.
What's Sandara doing
Excuse me, my crab friend. And he actually does it. He does the Zoidberg at you. And he does like the crab dance, and he snaps his fingies together and stuff.
Amazing.
And then like I correct him on his form, and it's like your elbow, it's a tad too low. That's actually like the insult pose, and I just like slowly lift it, and I was like, you want it here, but not too far up, because that's the mating pose, and that's like you want to receive.
Fascinating. Oh,
Yep,
thank you.
Yep.
Well, I've kept you long enough, beautiful jewel of the sea. I hope that our paths cross again someday. He leans in. He leans in to kiss you.
All right. Claximus, what's going on?
It's like real. He's just kind of holding it there. He's like slowly getting closer to your cheek.
And then I like
turns
slowly,
around.
Almost
like she doesn't notice.
All right. He tries to save face. He does a pretty good job. Like, oh, I wasn't gonna kiss her. And then kind of heads over to talk to Drosha, who lets out a low growl.
I just look at her. I'm just like, I was like, I'm sorry.
I feel sorry for him.
The curse is that with keen mind, I remember everything that he told me.
For a month, right? For a month, you can mark
For
your
a
calendar.
month.
Just
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, so I'm just.
I can't forget it even if I want to. So what's wrong?
Ever since that one came in, Sandara's been missing.
Oh, well, I mean, she looks like Sandar.
I think it's
She's
his
got
sister.
a bigger rack than Sandara.
Is she riding me?
I mean, yes, it's true. She does have a bigger rack than Sandara, because Sandara does not have that big of a. I mean, you magically enhanced it, but it's still not.
And honestly, she's probably a bit hotter than Sandara, even at her.
I don't think that's true, but okay.
I mean, she's not listening. You can say the truth.
It's not the truth.
Okay. I'll let her know that you think she was prettier.
Well, thank you. But
I won't. But
okay.
Where is she?
I have I have no idea. She uses those gifts that she has now.
Oh. Well, I mean, she'll show up. It's okay.
Okay. I mean, you sure you want to go off on your own again?
I maybe I'll go talk to Lift or Django.
Well, Django's being ridden upon, and so I don't know if you want. Yeah, he's like, are you not here, lady? She's just like, don't you see what's happening?
Django is over at Paladin School right now, getting Paladin schooled.
Oh, I'm talking about Lift, my bad.
This dude here right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Lift. Hey, Lift. What are you doing?
Me, furniture, lady pretty.
Okay, you know what? Just keep doing that. I'm gonna go find you.
Rawr.
Like, oh, hey, Bill, how are things going?
I'm just pretend I'm part of your conversation.
Yes, and I turn to the Paladin gentleman. It's like, I'd like to introduce you to Bluebell here. She's part of the Bumble and Bosom crew.
You're not going to tell me a long story like the other guy, are you?
These two share a they share a look and kind of chuckle a bit.
No, I've almost talked myself out. I was testing the moral mettle of your crewmate here. He seems like his heart's in the right place.
Tip my hat to him and say, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
He's probably the most innocent of our crew. He's a good one.
Thank you, Bluebell.
You're the ones that sail under the monkey that doesn't stand for slavery. You were made buccaneers out of firegrass?
Yeah, you know quite a lot.
I do. I represent the settlement of Lilywhite. If you're looking to make some decent coin, a decent way, I'd be more than happy to write you a letter of marque that you could present when you sail into port.
We've yet to pass through Lilywhite. Where is that exactly?
He marks on your map. So
cool. Yeah. I'll keep that in mind.
He looks over at Tessa Fairwind and he says,
I think you might already have been offered some work. Tessa likes to get first dibs on the fresh free captains. She's not a bad sort. I've seen worse, but she's dangerously ambitious.
Well, most men I've met would probably throw themselves at her feet, so she probably gets a lot of that.
I roll my eyes to be like, I don't really see what's so great about her, to be honest.
this lady looks at you, and she looks over at Tessa, and she's like, I like your attitude, Django.
Oh, thank you. To be honest, it's really more like Valorians in general ain't really my type.
This guy kind of grumbles to his beard, and he's like,
they are very dangerous.
Oh, I know this all too well.
but they are one thing. And that's interesting. The shackles have never been the same since they washed up. Well, I'll leave you to it. It's getting late, and I'm an old man. So...
Thank you for your time, sir. We'll be, sure
Remember,
to...
hit me up if you'd like to, get some honest work. People of Lillywhite could certainly use your help.
Thank you. We'll keep you in mind.
I growled at him when he got too close to me and her on me.
All right. So, anything else, or do we want to go and see what Grandpa Snuggly spends the rest of your money on, unattended at the market?
First off, I already spent all their money.
I want to know what he got us.
All right. So, you ask around for the sexiest thing that is for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people want to know, curiously, what you feel is sexy. Because there is somebody that's selling Danger Ba.
Danger Ba?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't really know. It's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sexy to me. Like a mirror. But for this guy, I mean, as far as I can tell, it's just kind of everything.
With it.
Because, I mean, they've got a lot of wild shit here, man. But, like, do you want something fabulous? Do you want something, like, cute? Like, what? I mean...
What do you have that's the most, breast-like?
The person you stop on, you're asking about that. They're like,
So, like a titty then? Like round and squishy?
Yeah, he seems to really like those.
I have just the thing for you. Just the thing. It is literally round and squishy.
It sounds perfect.
All right. Have you heard of a flump?
No. Well, yes, actually, never mind. I forgot that I'm from the Underdark.
Right. Well, I happen to have one vampiric flump available.
Oh, vampiric flump.
Mm-hmm. Now, she's quite friendly, a bit evil. You can wear her like a hat. She's very squishy. For 75 gold extra, or 100 gold if you want gold plated, I can, I'll throw in a corrosion-resistant cage so that she can't escape in the night and feed on the blood and brain juices of your fellows.
Okay. So is just the cage 100 gold, or is 100 gold?
Yeah. She herself, you see, is another 100 gold, which seems like a fair price for such a rare creature.
So let's say that maybe someone only has 107 gold.
Well,
like trade, or
you don't need the cage. I mean, as long as you're good with handling undead.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right, excellent. Let's see. What do I need to tell you about her? You can't take her out in the sun. I've got her here in this cage here. And he kind of shows you. It's like all like tinted up, like kobold goggles are.
Nice.
Yeah, she is absolutely adorable. She looks like a cartoon jellyfish almost. And she's got like big like anime eyes. She's sort of a gradient of like pink and blue. You can't imagine her affixing herself to someone's head and sucking out all their brain juices. That just doesn't seem possible.
Yeah, she's a pretty little thing.
So, basically, I suppose I need to let you know. She can constantly regenerate all damage, unless, of course, she's been exposed to sunlight or running water. Also, radiant damage. Don't let her do that. Don't let her near any holy water either. What else? If you find that she's a bit too much to What?
A name, or?
Oh, her name's Florence.
Florence. And the machine. Okay.
So you want to make sure that she, if she gets out of hand, the only way to really put her down is to stake her through the heart. That's easily the best way to do it. Or just hold her down in the sun. Eventually, she'll burst into flames. Now, if she gets too hungry because you're not befeating her brain germs, or juices, she will find the weakest prey she can and use her vampiric tendrils to drain out their brain juices.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Other than that, she can do all the things a flump can do.
So just like float there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You know how flumps do.
Yeah, I do.
Now, here's the thing. Your friend's a big fan of titties. So he's not going to be disappointed, because anytime he's got a hankering for a big old titty, he can just grab a hold of any part of this flump and give it a squeeze.
Sounds perfect.
She's way cuter than the picture, but that's what a flump looks like. Okay, you're gonna buy Florence the vampiric flump?
Indeed.
Okay, she's yours.
All right. Alright, so I have Marcy, the Tyrannohamsterus micropod, and I have Florence, the vampire flump. Oh no, wait, Marcy was the dire.
The tiny dire giraffe.
Giraffe.
Now, it is kind of cool because a flump is immune to any effect that would sense its emotions or read its thoughts. And they have a stench spray. That's right. They can flip upside down and turn their cloaca inside out, and like a skunk, they could shoot a foul-smelling butt bile.
Alright, I want to make my way back to the mouse guy that was selling the Tyrannohamsterus micropods.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot to ask, does this little guy have a name?
Oh, I don't feel it's right for me to give them names.
Do you like get them to choose it themselves, or?
Well, I feel like that's none of my business, sir.
Okay, that's fair. Oh yeah, and just in case I have to tell the crew about you showing up, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Sweet Roll.
Sweet Roll, okay. I suppose the last thing, you don't have any closets around here?
Yeah, there's a guy selling closets, but he's real spooky.
Are you selling them?
Yeah, he's selling
intelligent. That doesn't seem like it really qualifies. Are closets allowed in the arena?
I mean, if they disguise themselves as like a animal.
Okay. Can you point them out to me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Looks around, points over at this guy. The guy looks real shady. He looks textbook shady. In fact, well, maybe. Okay, there. He looks that textbook shady.
Oh, snap.
All right, so
Going way back
seeing
for
this
that.
guy, and knowing that he only has 7 gold left,
Okay.
Snuggly's gonna straighten up. He's gonna straighten his robes a little bit, brush him out, sort of comb his beard, and then walk over to this guy, and he's gonna go, "Excuse me, sir. I'm in the market for a closet. I don't have much time. I was just wondering, so that I can have my men draw up the letters of mark. How much are these going for?"
All right. The man. He gets like a Grinch stole Christmas smile, and he says, "Oh, for you, grandfather, I would like to give you one for free."
That seems not like a sound business plan, but I'm open to the idea. Is there any particular reason why?
Well, my dear, because I know that where you go, chaos will be sowed. And you will need a helper.
Well, I am looking for a helper, and coming free of charge is a big plus.
Absolutely. I will choose this one for you. And, I mean, they're all absolutely adorable, obviously. I mean, I don't even know if there's a cuter monster in all of Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. All right. He hands you your new precious baby.
Does this one have a name? Oh, nope, wait. Does this one have a name, or?
Yes. This particular clan uses the ancient language of the great and powerful ancestors of the past. He is called Luigi.
Ah, yes. Also known as Green Mario.
He begins to hiss angrily when you say that.
The closet?
He does not like to hear about Mario.
I pat him on the head and say, "Just kidding. Everyone knows Mario is far inferior."
Alright. The creature seems a bit sated by this. It looks around angrily. It always looks kind of angry, actually. Luigi is proficient in 5 tiny animal forms. Though he has not mastered a human baby yet. Perhaps with care and a trainer who respects his fighting spirit, he will learn such an ability. And then his true potential can be known.
Yes, I can see how being able to disguise yourself as a human baby would just be eminently useful.
For sowing chaos, yes. If you find Luigi is ever too much of a handful, he can be calmed down with expensive cigars.
Well, that is useful to know. You have been quite helpful, sir.
No. You, my dear, have been helpful.
And with that, Snuggly turns around and starts to walk away, and then immediately collapses back in on himself and resumes his grandfatherly form.
Okay.
Oh boy, crew's gonna be happy with these.
You bet. All right. You could select his 5 tiny animal forms. Or Or if you really are a student of chaos, you'll let your 5 crew members each decide one of his tiny animal forms.
I think we already have. A battle crab?
Technically a crab would be a tiny creature. I thought you were going to go by the drama llama that has a glitter breath weapon, but I guess there's only so many magical pets you could buy.
Drama llama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was also a far traveler who was here selling Githyakai.
Are they okay? So they're like yak, but with like the features of a Githyanki?
Yeah, Githyakai care about 2 things: eating and killing mind flayers.
Awesome.
And they are proficient with silver swords. It's kind of amazing. Alright, so your shopping business done, your intel about the Pocket Monster games complete, the Captain Bubbles, now a free captain. The crew of the Bumbling Bosom is elevated in their pirate social status. You guys could now get away with literal murder because you're hanging out with a free captain. Free captains can do whatever they want, unless it's what Kurdak doesn't want.
It sounds good, because there's a mousekin I have to kill and shows up to a bunch of
Wait, you would kill somebody from your homeland just because they show up to you.
You would kill Sweet Roll?
No! I'd kill Sweet Roll.
Sweet Roll?
Sweet Roll!
I will. Claxos wouldn't even kill Sweet Roll.
No, I'm done with rats on the boat. No more fucking rats on the boat.
That's not a rat. That's a mouse.
That's an adorable, like, dwarf hamster. Come on.
I don't care. You bring bad news onto the fucking boat again. We're not doing this. Hank Brewery was right.
But you know Mousekin. You actually know Mousekin. Like, this isn't real. Like, you know Mousekin.
I get that. But you know, that was fine. That was fine until fucking Rat Gate. After Rat Gate.
They're good to have on the ship. They keep the cats away. Or is it the other way around?
Hey,
Dang it.
I mean, we
so
at
allergic to those.
At least having some
everyone
time.
thinks they can get this shit by me just because I only got an 8 wisdom.
Just let him have some time with Mr. Pluggers. Maybe he'll prove a real asset.
Okay. So, the night passes. Because it's a salty adult pirate game, I guess I need to handle any sort of romantic exposition. Claxmus, you never find Smaldara. But you do find Ollie the Goddess. Ollie the Goddess heard the Crabfolk have 2 peni. Is wondering if you'd like to explain that in more detail.
Claxmus would like to explain that in more detail over several barrels of rum.
Okay, fair enough.
Good job.
Okay. Drosha keeps her own business, so you never find out about her passionate night of lovemaking with Dorset the Cruel, who was breeding stock on the island of Elephant People for several months and learned all of their tantric sex magic.
Ready to brag.
All right. Lifts. You are ridden through most of the nights. You try to return to your normal form. She choke you so that you can't, keeping you in your wooden bear form. It's an experience.
It'll take me a few days to realize if I like that or not.
Okay, fair enough. I would say you probably cry like tree sap tears through the whole process. But for the most part, I think based on things I've seen, your character will probably be able to handle it. All right. I'll ask Bubbles. There are no noble women around who are haughty and cold and disinterested.
Yeah, I probably would have went with, not seeing.
Don't worry, boss. You got me.
It's true.
You know what we could do? I bet that Anna Laura has probably had too much to drink. You can go and talk to her. Maybe drop a few nerd nuggets. Huh? Tell her about some of that nerdy stuff that you've been studying.
Yeah, look. I'm not down.
Here, I'll give you a few panty droppers about the early Aldfaer dynasty. You can just kind of slip a few of those in the conversation. When we hear those, when we hear those lacy undies hit the ground, you're just on it. And then maybe just hold me in your hand, so I can be on the lookout, because you don't want anyone to accuse you.
What if I put my turtleneck all the way up and then I put you on top of that, top of the neck?
Oh, boss.
Yeah, we're not doing this.
I was about to tell you what a stupid idea that was. So stupid. Stupid idea. No one would think that's a good idea. That's stupid. Stupid idea. All right. So it's just a lonely night with you and your skull.
Yeah.
All right. Django, do you head back to the ship for some quality, long-term romance, or do you want to find out what one leg can do? How good she is at killing furry creatures?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
sure,
wow.
Why not?
Right.
Like we said last week, it's the shackles, so why the fuck not?
Fair enough. Okay. Nada Laura.
Thanks for the follow. I think you're my 50th.
Oh, she's going back to train. She's gonna have her 3 cannons help train her actual monsters that she's going to be in.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna do one of them Pokemon montage training sequences where they play like some really weird pop music where a guy's singing way too enthusiastically and soulfully about Pokemon. You could see the guy in the sound booth just fucking crying, just tears streaming down his face as he's just belts it out for your cannons training your Pokemans and the whole deal. I got it. I'm down for it. All right.
I got Michael Bolton singing about Pokemon.
Fantastic.
I got this. Here, I'll throw it in general chat. There you go.
What, on Discord?
Yeah.
Too many Pokerap, but all cold Pokemon. Oh, why would you post something so sad like that?
Yeah.
Wow. Gonna end the night on a real downer there.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Tyrantar, he really wanted to... Oh well.
50 Pokemon.
I found some new art for my closet.
Oh, okay.
It's in game art.
Let's take a look. Oi. That looks rough. Okay, I like it. Alright, copy. Paste that bad boy in. Alright, yeah, what a deal, right? You got it for free. I mean, free stuff from a guy that looks like this.
Go bad. Just because he looks like the main bad from Witcher 3 doesn't mean that he has to be a bad guy.
Exactly. You could be a bad guy without being a bad guy.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. So that I guess I'm prepped for this ultimate Pokemon adventure next week. Of the 4 tiers that are listed, what are you guys going to enter in? We're going to go off of your level 8, so you're automatically going to make it to the final battle of the cup. because you're the main characters, and that's just how it fucking goes. So if two or more of you enter the same cup, you will be competing against each other.
Ooh.
Right? Because we're not an actual anime show, so we're not going to spend like 30 episodes for this tournament. We get one session for this tournament tops. So like,
what are our Pokemon? What are our monster options again?
Tiny cup, which is tiny and small and diminutive monsters. The mid-size, which is medium-sized creatures, and Jeremy Crawford medium-sized creatures. The large beast, which technically I guess should be large and huge beast, and then the Kaiju cup.
And where does Mr. Pluggers fall into that?
I think he's large now, yeah?
Yeah.
No, he increased one size. Yeah, so he's large. He's large now. Because you gave him that feral collar.
Yeah.
Okay. He could be fighting some real banana stuff next week.
Well, before the cup, would I be able to buy that llama?
Now you have heard that the most dangerous and challenging team is going to be in the mid-size cup. It is apparently a pair of mind flayers who are entering their fairies into the tournament.
They're sentient.
Are fairies sentient?
Yeah, they should be sentient.
It's the damnedest thing. Anyone that's interacted with these trainers has walked away totally okay with them entering these fairies into the tournament.
I want to be in. That's the middle one.
Yeah, that's the medium cup. Yep.
All right, me and my dire miniature giraffe will be in that one.
Oh, okay. All right.
If I could get that glitter vomiting llama, I'd also like to enter that one.
Yeah, you hear about the glitter llama and you run back. You just run first thing in the morning, like a little kid with spending money. Yeah. Okay. And let me check how much the drama llama is. You do pass the Danger Bar stables. I mean, a Danger Bar, pretty cool.
Danger Bar.
Yeah, it's a sheep, a chaotic evil sheep.
I'm alright with the llama that vomits glitter. No, I prefer that.
Let me go back to that real quick. Where are you at, Drama Llama?
Sit the drama for your mama.
You don't want that. Oh man, no, that's too scary. No, hold on. Bird sharks. Nope. Oh damn. You do pass a booth that is selling stuffed animals, like little plushies. The barker working out front is like,
contrary to popular belief, not all bears are related. This here is Paddington Bearbarian. That's right. The one, the only, the original model, the Paddington Bearbarian, can rage, can tank, can go into a blind fury of destruction. You, sir, you there, you look like the kind of ape that would want their own deadly killer bear. And they hold up one of the teddy bears.
Look, I'm gonna need you to get that bear on my face for a cut in half. That's your house.
All right, fair enough.
All right, quick. You show me where I can get that vomiting llama or like a small ape that wears a ball cap and a t-shirt.
They just give you a meh and kind of walk away. But you hear the llama up ahead. It's dramatic. I don't know. Bleating sound? Llamas bleat, right? All right. You follow the sound of this dramatic llama sound, and you behold one of the most exquisite creatures you've ever seen. Obviously not of this world. The creature is absolutely the most handsome and beautiful thing you have ever seen. As you approach, he looks over at you and he says, "You have come seeking destiny, and you have found it. My name is Jean-Claude
Van Damme."
Well,
Did that llama just talk? Look at Theodario.
yeah, boss, it definitely did.
Hey, his name's Captain Bubbles. I'm a free captain.
Are any mortals free of the pain of existence?
Sure. Yeah, you want to go fight in a tournament? You can, like, throw up glitter on people?
I am no warrior. I am an advisor. Once to kings, twice to gods, and 3 times to the creator of all things.
Alright, well, maybe you can point me in the right direction. Alright, if obviously this llama thing's not working out, but do you know where I can get a little monkey with a ball cap and a t-shirt?
The llama, who is obviously a creature from another world, and full of goodness and righteousness, closes its eyes, casting a 9th level divination spell. It searches for the closest quote-unquote monkey with a hat. There is a menagerie selling regular monkeys, though you could put a hat upon them.
No, it won't do. Look, man, how about this? You give it a shot at the very least. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario. I mean, like, you know, you use all the superpower, you know, stuff that you're talking about, you use that on them.
If you are seeking a fighter, why did you turn away from the Paddington Barbarians?
But look, does not sound nearly as good as a llama that can throw up glitter, alright?
My glitter is meant to inspire and heal.
Well, maybe you could inspire the enemy to kill themselves, so that way, like, we can move on to the next round.
What I'm trying to tell you is, it would be nearly impossible for me to win in a battle. Unless perhaps my opponents had a stroke or a brain aneurysm. I have searched with my mind across all the available creatures for sale this morning. I feel that Paddington Barbarian may be your best chance of winning the tiny cup.
No, I want to take on the medium cup.
You don't want to do that.
Why not?
Because any who face the medium cup challenge dance with death.
Alright, I'll take stupid bear. Hey, you looking for a crew? Like, you're looking for, like, you're doing, like, a pirate crew or something like that?
I have never been a pirate before. I will gladly journey with you, but you must make a 1,000 gold piece donation to local charities. For I am my own vendor. And the price is compassion.
Sure, let me go do that right now. I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna come back and be like, yep, I totally
All right, give me a deception check against this lawful good celestial. Okay.
21.
It smiles broadly. You are a good person. I will join your crew.
Alright. Alright, have fun, mama. John, was it?
Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc Picard? I thought it was John. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude, yeah.
Jean-Claude Destiny.
Alrighty.
If you must know, my full name is Jean-Claude Destiny Hatstand the 13th.
Right.
Also, the food you serve on your ship, it is vegan friendly, yes?
Yeah, it'll be whatever you want it to be, man.
You have such magics?
If you close your eyes, it can be anything you want.
Incredible. Alright. He canters off towards your ship.
Yeah.
Alright, you go back to the, as you head back, you do hear the sounds of a bear. It's a big bear. As big as a lift bear. It's making all the sort of kind of like honking roar sounds that bears make. The roars are coming from an empty cage. The man sitting out front says,
I see you eyeing my bear. This here bear is invisible. You don't believe me? Well, listen here, sonny. It's patently obvious from the smell and the puddle of bear urine underneath it. But I see you need more convincing. Bear me a lamb and clean that up, won't ya?
and you see a lapping motion on the pea, and you hear sad bear sounds as Baramy is forced to drink its own urine from the bottom of its cage.
That's fucking terrible.
The mean owner of the invisible bear, Baramy, lets out a loud and long cackle of cruelty.
Okay, can I have your bear?
You can have him for 70 gold.
Do 50?
I will not. This bear is permanently invisible thanks to wild magic.
52?
You're terrible at haggling.
$50?
The man crosses his arms, and he looks at the empty cage, and he says,
You're making me angry. I'll have to take my anger out on Baramy.
Yeah, I can't let you do that.
Oh, you can stop me with 70 gold there.
I flashed the sunblade. Like that. Let that away.
You threaten me. What do you think you are, a free captain that can do whatever he wants?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I am.
The man gets real quiet. Give me intimidation or persuasion, because you're not lying.
30.
50 gold sounds like a good price there, free captain.
Yeah, it's 70? Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Pick up the cage. And be like, don't worry, bud. I'm gonna get you out of here.
You totally couldn't pick up the cage. This is literally a bear. It weighs, hundreds and hundreds of pounds. It is a real invisible bear. It's a brown bear that's invisible.
Oh god, okay.
Permanently invisible brown bear named Baramy.
I'm gonna look to, well...
Epic.
Does Woke translate the bear at all? Probably not, but...
No, we had a very specific Ursine language earlier in the campaign.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I'm gonna look at Diodario. Hey, do you speak bear?
No, boss. That would be the little pixie that you recruited.
Oh, damn it. Alright, well...
And lift if he's still alive.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna, cut the lock off the cage door, and I'm like, hey, bud.
Boy.
Like, could you please follow me? Alright? And then I'll take, some, dried rations and, feed him a little bit. I'm like, come on, man.
Eager and excited to be out of his cage. You think he's following you through the town. I assume that you guys are all going to meet up out at the registration with your assorted monsters and register for this bad boy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right. Okay. Then next week, you and your assorted D&D Pokemans can do battle against probably real Pokemans, because there are actual stat blocks for them for 5th edition. So, is there any particular Pokemans that you ever wanted to see beat the shit out of your friends and fellow players? Secretly DM me so they don't know which ones we're gonna send out.
Oh, okay, because I was about to blurt real big.
No, I have great ideas. Everybody listed the baby Pokemon.
I had some queued up for the arena, depending on how quickly you guys got through meeting all these free captains and cleverly evading side quests. But I am eager to add more variety. So, yeah. All right. Anyways, I guess I'll take you guys back to your start page. Unless you want me to leave you on Port Peril. Which would you rather do? Start page is a map of the world, though. World. Okay.
World.
Alright, and to let you guys know, Lily White is over... Oh, where the hell is it? I should have this whole map memorized. Damn. It was on the left-hand side of one of the bigger islands. I know it's not particularly close to where you currently are.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, can you long-click on it? Oh, yeah. It's way over there. Okay. Yep. Which is interesting because it is right near Tessa Fairwind's domain, which is Besmara's throne.
We're never gonna go there, right?
No,
we're not gonna do quests for her, right? I don't like her.
I'm not doing quests for anybody.
She was super nice. What are you talking about?
She's a hoe.
Yeah, I'm not doing quests for her. I don't even really want to do quests for Blind Man. Fuck that. Let's do her.
It's only one eye, man.
Yeah, it's only missing one eye. Oh my god.
Let's
gonna have to hire
a
human resource person or something.
That was my title, man. FR, not HR. FR.
After this shit, we're going straight for Candyland. We're gonna take that shit over.
Okay. Good to know. After
After this, I'd be totally surprised by that at first. I'm like, sure, fuck, let's do it.
Oh, I love you too.
All right. So, Pokemans, Candyland, and then we'll see what happens with Candyland, but it sounds like you're going to try and lure Tamatoa out of the inner sea all the way, thousands of miles, possibly, to the Gold Island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey man, Tamatoa loves gold. He loves gold.
That would be hype. Assuming you level up after completing Candyland, as 9th level characters, technically I could throw anything up to CR20 against you, and Kobold Fight Club will say it's a fair fight.
That's a terrible.
Yeah, well, to be honest though, I was also I wanted to pull Pegzor at the end of that, so that way we had some allies fighting Tamatoa.
Fair enough.
Yeah, realistically.
I mean, that feels like it should be the second last mission.
I was thinking that very.
I don't know why you keep asking about luring him.
Well, I want to get it set up now, so that way, later on.
Yeah, we can set it up, but I don't think we're doing that right after Candyland.
I don't think we're doing that right after.
What are we gonna do after Candyland?
Well, there's Candyland.
We'll find out.
Well, no, I was like,
we don't know what happens at Candyland.
We have Lift's story, right? This is part of Lift's thing. I'd like to see what else, character-wise, you want. Like today was Captain Bubbles.
Let the story play out.
Oh, fine.
You never know. Like something terrible could happen. Obviously, I want to kick the shit out of Besmara's bits. That's for Sandara.
Captain, that's like the third last mission we can do.
Yeah, damn right, that's the third last mission. Alright, well, that might be the...
You keep choosing the highest level quests.
I mean, it was established she's the second strongest pirate in all of the Shackles, next in line to take over the throne. The Hurricane King himself told you in confidence that he's pretty sure she's coming for him.
Here's the question, does she have the second biggest boobs, or is she the leader?
Now that Sandara's no more, she has the biggest and best boobs in all
Good
of the
lord,
Shackles.
I love her. That's why I took that abuse.
Yeah, no, so like, I get that. Honestly, I think that she should be the second to the last. It should go Tamato or her, Hurricane King. Like, I don't see us being able to beat her, like...
So where's Dungar lie on this hit list?
I feel like he should be like Nyx, but...
He's like a big boss.
He connected to him, so I don't really care.
Okay, fair enough.
At least.
I also, like... I mean...
But, Snuggly, I mean, are you gonna tell everybody that you recognize those mind flayers, like, from your backstory, or is that gonna stay a secret?
I recognize mind flayers, but I don't know if I recognize those mind flayers. That's why I was in the medium category. Otherwise, I was going to Tiny, and I was gonna enter with my closet and just cheat.
Honestly, like Dungar's
I was talking about it with my daughter. She told me to tell Lift that if you're gonna cheat and enter anyways, you got to make sure you don't get knocked out, because you'll turn back into your normal form and get everybody in trouble.
Thank your daughter for that.
Those tiny creatures shadow.
It did cross my mind.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like Dungar's a bastard.
I mean, it's a chaotic neutral society, so you know a bunch of like moon druids are gonna enter, and you know a bunch of people are gonna polymorph their friends to enter. So that's just how it goes. That's just how they do. So you remember the last time you were in a chaotic neutral settlement and you entered the arena? There were cannons in the arena.
Hoping that kind of happens again.
People were vaporized in front of you. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Announcements. Hero Quest was really cool. So if you didn't play in it, then you missed out. It was really fun. What else? Oh, Wesley killed me on Tuesday. That's newsworthy. Yeah, in cold blood. I felt targeted. He's
never had a chance.
Did you deserve it?
I think I did. I don't think my character did. I definitely think I did. Yeah. I mean, I've had it coming for a long time.
Where's the damn line?
The best part was when he was like, is it okay if I just stay out here and do nothing? And then
the
he
room was
gets...
crowded, and I was like, I'll just stay out here and like, I don't know, use a search action or something. And then my search action was good, and it's like, you hear people coming, and I was like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? And then people show up, and there were more people in the GM layer initiative than I accounted for, and I never got to take my turn. I just got
assassinated.
I got swarmed by hobgoblins and then killed by massive damage. So
I read and I was like, oh, hobgoblins. Oh man, they're very tactical. So like, they knew they could take you out. So they're like, let's flank them. Let's fucking do this.
No, that you played them 100% how I would have played them. So I was just like, and you didn't coup de grace me on the ground or anything. I just died from massive damage. So, after mocking one of them for getting like a critical hit on me, but that like 1 extra damage or whatever like was what put me into the overkill damage. So yeah.
Any other one shots coming up? I love this game. I love it. But that one shot is little Sebastian. More fun than like ever. Just because it was like a one shot.
I have a number of one shots that are baking. I just haven't really had the time to do anything about it. So, but I can like talk about scheduling stuff more, I think, like when we're done streaming. But yeah, it's mostly just trying to find the time to do it. So it might open up a bit more in like June, maybe. It's just everything's so crazy because of the quarantine. Quarantine stuff. Sunday I'm gonna be in Gyoza's finale for his West Marches game. So we're gonna go fight a dragon. So I might die twice in 1 week. So that might be kind of cool. I've heard he's been tuning it up a little bit, putting a little bit of the homebrew juice in its water bottle. So it hopefully will be a fun adventure. 6 players against a normal solo monster is not a fair fight. So hopefully he juices this thing up a little bit. But maybe not too much because then I'd be dead. Other than that, I don't think I have any of my own announcements. Oh yeah, there's the wholesome character, most wholesome D&D character ever contest. So if you don't want to enter, but you want to be a secret judge of the contest, let me know, because I'm going to have 3 secret judges who will judge all the entries based on a criteria of wholesomeness. And the most wholesome will win either a magical item for one of their characters in a game, or they will. You can get like a prize pack or something, and I'll like mail it to you. So sweet. Yeah. All right. Anybody else have any other announcements?
Nope.
All right. Hope everybody has a good weekend that's coming up. If you experience weekends anymore. And stay healthy and safe and all that jazz. And I'll see you around the Discord, I guess.
Talk to you later.
All right.
All right, good night.
Thanks for tuning into the stream, guys.
Hey, everybody.